Good evening and welcome to Upper Kump Field here in Elko, Nevada. I'm Sam Brown, along with your last name, Aaron? Poling. Gosh, I can't believe I didn't write that down.
That's all right.
For the final game, the nightcap here of the second day of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. A fun event. It's been a fun day of baseball. The best game of the tournament just wrapping up here as Baker City held off Reno. And we've got a good one coming up as the Elko Bascos will be taking on the Reno Knights. The Knights will be playing their second game, I should say, in a row as they just finish up against Baker City. Elko, of course, also playing their second game of the day as they played the first game, and now closing things out here at Upper Kump Field. Thank you so much for joining us here. We're going to take a quick break and come back with more here live from the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. Thanks for joining us here online at mylocalradio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uintah County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Helpful, friendly, and knowledgeable, the staff at Kazine's Ace Hardware is ready to assist with any home improvement project. Kazine's Ace Hardware, the helpful place, has expanded their store and inventory to meet your every need. Next time you're updating, painting, or maintaining your home, or you're in need of small engine repair on your lawnmower, chainsaw, or snowblower, visit Kazine's Ace Hardware at 800 Front Street in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Union Wireless broadcast booth. You are tuned to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament online here on mylocalradio.com, all part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. I'm Sam Brown, along with Aaron Poling, and let's set the scene here, and a beautiful scene it is. Perfect weather, temperature right now in the mid-80s, absolutely no wind as we see the flag out north of center field, lying listless. Just a perfect opportunity to close out a great day of baseball, Aaron.
Oh, it's been beautiful all day, Sam. And, it's been beautiful all weekend, the weather. And, it's going to get a little bit hotter tomorrow for, people that are super pale and burn real easy. For me, that might be an issue. But, for the players, it's been a beautiful weekend. And, there's nothing better than just playing baseball on a nice sunny day, as these guys are going to continue to play 4 games today, 4 games yesterday, 4 games tomorrow, and man, it's just been perfect weather. It's been awesome.
So let's talk about these two teams. Start off with Reno, who just coming back from that tough loss. You've seen them a couple of times. What do you see in the Reno Knights, and what do they bring to the table this evening in the nightcap?
What I've seen, they're super aggressive at the plate. They're a fundamentally sound baseball team. It's a really good program they have over in Reno, no secret about that. And so far in this tournament, they lost that last one to a pretty good Baker City team. And what was the game of the tournament? There's really no hanging your head in that one. They fell behind 7-0. That's probably going to be the one critique they have of that game is falling behind early like that. But did a tremendous job coming back, so that means they're never out of it. And then on the other side for the Bascos, they love small ball. Coach Etchemendy, they put the bunt on quite a bit. They're going to put the pressure on you. They're going to force you to make plays. And if you're able to do that, it's up to cap to you and move on. But they're going to force you to make plays, and a lot of times they get rewarded for it. Something that happens in baseball. When you do the right thing, sometimes you just get rewarded.
Cooper Nguyen will be on the mound as the pitcher. He's a guy that throws strikes and does just what Coach Etchemendy wants, and that is pitches to contact and lets the defense do some work. On the other side, you've got Reno, fundamentally sound but young. It's a team of middle schoolers largely and incoming freshmen. And so the fact that they battled a much more mature Baker City team out there and were within just a couple of outs of being able to rally from a 7-run deficit has got to build that confidence and tell those young kids that, hey, we can compete with anybody.
Absolutely, and that's the benefit of being a young team out here is, you might not win every game, but you're going to get way better. You're going to get a lot better playing against better competition, against more mature competition, against more kids that have thought the game for a little bit longer than you have. That's one way to get better, and that's one thing I like for this Reno program is getting out here and playing some teams that may be a little bit better than them, but you're going to come out here, you're going to come out and grind and battle, and you're going to see situations you've never seen before. So for Reno, that's a really good thing.
Thanks for joining us here from Upper Kump Field here in Elko, Nevada. You are tuned to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at mylocalradio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. We're going to take a quick break and come back with more live from the final game of Day 2 of the Basque Wood Bat Tournament. We'll be right back.
This segment was brought to you by Farmers Insurance on the Kazine's Ace pregame show.
Auto, home, life, renters, and business all have one thing in common. They all need insurance. Choosing the right agent is always hard. Choose the agent that takes a professional and individual approach to each client. At Farmers Insurance in Lyman, you will find that agent. Farrell is a down-to-earth person who loves hunting, fishing, and above all, his family. Come in and visit him and his friendly staff for a quote today at 37 Mountain Meadow Street, Suite B in Lyman.
At Alta Construction, we specialize in pre-engineered steel buildings, interior office framing, finishes and flooring, concrete work from foundations to concrete flat work. Alta Construction specializes in industrial and commercial projects. Call today at 307-786-4834. Alta Construction, from conception to completion.
The town of Mountain View is located in the historic Bridger Valley and serves as the gateway to the high Uintas. With a panoramic view of the rugged Uinta peaks, you feel like you're in paradise. Our town park and scenic river walk offer a safe place for rest and relaxation. Looking for a great place to live? Our quality of life is great and our people are very friendly. Come join our tranquil way of life. The town of Mountain View, a gateway to the high Uintas.
Book your next event at Aspen Cinemas. Make it your own with corporate or family parties, birthdays, video game nights, or personal screenings of new movies. They're all available. With affordable pricing and easy booking, you can make your next event stand out at Aspen Cinemas. Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846. Book your event today at Aspen Cinemas, 307-316-7846.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Bridger Valley Electric Association provides safe, reliable, and affordable electric energy and related services to their member owners in Wyoming and Utah. Bridger Valley Electric is a consumer-owned cooperative.
Welcome back to Upper Kump Field and the Elko
for the Reno Knights
Basque Wood Bat Tournament. Locked up there for just a second. Brought to you this evening by First Bank of Wyoming.
Number 6, Dean Burton.
We're about ready for the starting lineups between the Elko Bascos and the Reno Knights. The Knights coming off a heartbreaking 8-7 loss in the game just prior to this. Elko opening the day today with an 8-0 shutout win over Mountain Home of Idaho. And as we get ready for the national anthem, let's talk about keys to the game here as we get ready. I think first and foremost, Aaron, we're going to want to see these pitchers throw strikes because balls don't help anybody when it comes to winning here at this level of baseball.
Yeah, and it's kind of something that can be said about every team. You throw strikes, you're going to win a lot of games, but if you're unable to find the zone, a lot of times you're going to struggle.
And we talked a little bit earlier about these two teams and compared them. Bottom line is if the Bascos can get some players on, are they going to be able to then hit the contact, move those players along, and be able to bring them around to score? They had a hard time last night against the Evanston Outlaws. No problem again against Mountain Home this afternoon. So the question is, which Bascos team is going to show up and be able to plate runs?
That's kind of the symptom of a young team. It does happen with teams. Your offense is a little inconsistent, but that's just all part of learning and growing as a baseball player.
I would agree with that. Thank you so much for joining us here on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. We're just a few minutes away from first pitch. We're going to take just a quick break as they play the national anthem, and we'll be right back with the first pitch and the battle between the Bascos and the Knights.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Serving the Bridger Valley since 1987, Bridger Valley Motors are your engine repair experts. Along with engine repair, Bridger Valley Motors offers towing services, tire alignments, brake repairs, and more. Visit Bridger Valley Motor at 217 North Main Street in Lyman.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
And we're getting ready for first pitch as the home team, Elko Bascos, are taking the field to open things off here in the final game of day 2 of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. Brought to you here on the MyLocalRadio.com Sports Network by Union Wireless and First Bank of Wyoming. On the mound for the Bascos, starting things off, is Cooper Aranguena, a lanky sophomore, junior to be. We'll give you the starting lineups in just a second for both teams. As we got the lineup from the Knights a little bit late, they were taking some well-deserved moments of rest as they do this back-to-back set of ball games this evening. Again, just a beautiful night here at the ballpark, Upper Kump Field.
For the Reno Knights.
For the Reno Knights, at center field, their leadoff hitter will be Bodie Kellers. Batting second will be shortstop Dean Burton. Second baseman Pike Adrian will bat in the third hole. Cohen Planeta will bat fourth and play third base. And we'll get the rest of the lineup in just a second as Kellers takes the first pitch from Aaron Guena outside. Ball 1-0. As we have first pitch at 6:19 this evening. From the windup, pitch is ripped into the right center field gap, and it drops. Picked up there by center fielder Cooper, I should say not Cooper, but Coy Jones. And a leadoff single for Bodie Kellers here in the bottom half of the first. One on and nobody out. Shortstop Dean Burton hitting from the right side. And already catcher Kellen Wendell out to have a word with Aaron Guena. Just underway here. Top of the first inning. Elko taking on Reno. Aaron Guena will set up in the stretch on the far right side of the rubber. Leading off is Kellers for the Knights. He's being held on. And a bunt attempt is fouled to the left side by Burton. Burton had a pretty solid game in the 8-7 loss just moments ago to Baker City, Oregon squad. 0-1 count, nobody out, one on here in the top of the first inning. Reno at the bat, and Burton stands in. Aaron Guena looks and doesn't like the call, so he steps off and resets. Runner takes his lead. Aaron Guena checks. Third baseman in. And a curveball breaks in and catches the inside part of the plate, even in the count at 1-1.
It's a great pitch there from Aaron Guena. Knowing that the first pitch he bunted, he went off speeds. Curveball's a little bit harder to bunt than the fastball, just in case they were going to square around again.
So 1-1 to count on Knights shortstop Dean Burton. Stretch, delivers, and rips it down the third base line. Comes up with it off the glove of Torrin Duke. And Duke, the third baseman, couldn't pick it back up. And so we'll call that E5 as Burton reaches. So 2 Knights on. And the number 3 batter, Pike Adrian, steps to the plate.
I think Duke, where he was playing when he went to field that ball, he stepped on the cut of the grass where it kind of transitions from grass to dirt and lost his footing. It's one of the hard things about playing third base is where you start, is you got to navigate that without looking.
Looking to put the bunt down. Perfect bunt to the left side of the pitcher's mound. Throw is over the head of the second baseman, Travis Monette, trying to cover. The Knights will score. Coming all the way around from second is Bodie Kellers. And also coming around from first is Burton. And the throw to first went well into the fence line, up the right field line. And scooting all the way to third is Pike Adrian on the error throw. So no hits so far, but a 2-0 lead for the Knights as we get to the cleanup hitter, number 7, Colin Planeta.
Looks like Adrian lost something around third base as Romanos over there called time to make sure he's able to pick it up and get it off the field. That's a great start for the Knights. Couldn't really draw it up any better.
So error on the pitcher on that throwing error. 2-0. Reno on top. First pitch to Planeta is a strike. 0-1 now the count on the cleanup hitter. Colin Planeta, the Knights' third baseman. Runner at third base is Adrian. Aaron Guena sets, throws. Oh, and a nice curveball, just fouled. A little high in the zone. Planeta could not hold off. And it's 0-2 in the hole.
I think Planeta there read that it was a hanging curveball and jumped out of his shoes trying to hit that pitch.
It looked like he jumped up to try and make contact with that. 0-2 pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Could stop there by Wendell, who showed he's a pretty good backstop himself in last night's ball game. That's not a bad pitch to miss with leading 0-2. Now it's 1-2. Nobody out. Runner at third for the Reno Knights, leading 2-0 against the Elko Bascos here. Fastball fisted to the shortstop, Carter Kidwell, and Kidwell loops under it for the first out.
It's a great pitch right there, bearing it in on the batter's hands with a wood bat especially. You're not going to be able to do a whole lot of damage with the pitch that's in on your hands like that. You know, sometimes an aluminum bat, you can get away with swinging at that pitch. Obviously, with 2 strikes, you got to protect. But if you get it off if you get it away from the barrel, the ball becomes a lot easier to field, and it feels like it's going to be a routine pop-up every time.
Runner at third, 1 away for the Knights' 5th hitter of the inning, Sawyer Sala, playing first base. First pitch was outside, ball 1. Left-handed batter, Sala, steps in, takes a pitch low, and the count is 2-0. 2-0 now on Sala as Aaron Guena has already given up 2. I hate to lay that all on him. His defense has really let him down early, but he also contributed to that with that bad throw down the first base line.
Yeah, but in the pitching stat line, an error on the pitcher still an error, so it's an unearned run.
100%. Ooh, that pitch just a little bit upstairs. 3-0 the count on Sala as Aaron Guena hasn't found the strike zone yet on this left-handed batter. We talked about confidence, and Reno has come out looking like it after that tough loss just a few minutes ago. Aaron Guena loses Sala as he throws 4 straight balls. So now there are runners at the corners.
If you're Aaron Guena, just kind of calm down here. Just remember that you're 1 pitch away from getting out of it. If you can roll the ground ball here, your defense can turn a double play behind you. You'll be out of the inning.
And, you know, that's something we've talked about a lot is a 2-run lead ain't nothing.
Yeah.
You know, you start hanging a 5 spot or more, then we can talk about a bit of a cushion. Colin Sala, the left fielder, is up to bat, takes a pitch high, and taking second base is Sawyer Sala, I should say. So now 2 runners in scoring position. Knights at second and third with 1 away here in the top of the first inning. 2-0 Knights. Aaron Guena with the 1-0 pitch, high and tight to the right-handed batter, Colin Sala. And now it's 2-0. So Aaron Guena really struggling with his command here. And maybe that error has gotten into his head. That's a nice pitch. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now.
It's a good job bouncing back. You know, things happen. Things unravel in the first inning. But we've seen a lot of pitchers so far in this tournament give up runs in the first inning and come back and be able to put zeros on the board. He's got to get out of this one.
That one came high. He didn't follow through on that fastball. 3-1 now.
But also on the Reno side, don't underestimate how important coming back in that last game was. It woke the bats up, gives you some momentum heading into game 2.
3-1 count with 1 away, and Aaron Guena trying to go after Colin Sala. Pitch is grounded into the hole. Kidwell backhands it, throws across the diamond. He's got beautiful stretch and got it. What a play by Romanos. Adam Romanos, the first baseman, stretching out, and he needed every inch of his lanky frame. But let's not take anything away from Carter Kidwell, as Kidwell was able to snag that. The run did come across, but the Bascos get the out. Also advancing to third is Sala on the throw. It's 3-0 Reno, but what a defensive play there by the Bascos, Carter Kidwell and Adam Romanos.
Yeah, it's tremendous. You know, that 5-6 hole, you don't think you're going to be able to get to the pit to get to the ball, but they're able to do so. That's a great play. You know, the run does score, but if he's not able to get there, 2 runs are scoring.
Yeah. Vince Drakulich, the DH, is up with 2 away and a runner at third. Nice pitch there on the 1-0 delivery as Aaron Guena evens the count at 1-1. 3-0 Reno, top of the first inning, aided by errors. And chasing that pitch high and out of the strike zone is Drakulich. He's in the hole now, 1-2.
Well, go to work. Just remember, that pitch right there, you had 2 strikes. You can go something else, but you can ultimately always try to finish it off with that fastball high.
That's why you get the 3 strikes, right? First one, second one, they're not outs. That curveball decides not to break. Second ball, it's 2-2 now with 2 outs. They say deuce is wild.
Indeed it is.
But it's only top of the first. Fourth night run is 90 feet away. Check it. It is now crossing home plate as reaching up high and tight as Drakulich delivers a single straightaway center field. Sala scores from third, and it's 4-0. And that is the first hit of the inning.
Well, maybe the reason why Drakulich went after that pitch is he likes the ball up there. That's a very good job of getting your hands on top of the ball.
It's kind of a tomahawk swing, but whatever works for you. 4-0 Reno with 2 outs.
Tomorrow in the books, it'll be a nice line drive on a fastball down and away. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Runner at first and swing and a foul ball by, is that
Etnier.
Etnier. Brunson Etnier. He's in the hole 0-1 now as he fouled that back to the backstop. Checks the runner. Aaron Guena looking, a 2-step lead over there as Romanos holds the runner. Swing and a pitch, swing and a hit, but it's straight to center fielder Coy Jones for the third out. So the Reno Knights score 4 runs on 1 hit. There are 3 errors in that first inning. And 1 left on base as we head to the bottom half of the inning. Elko's Basco's getting ready to face a 4-0 deficit. You're tuned to the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament online at myelkoradio.com, part of the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Friends don't let friends drink bad coffee. Come visit For Pete's Sake for fresh-made coffee, an amazing menu of home-cooked meals, and great company. Visit For Pete's Sake on the corner of 9th and Main, downtown Evanston.
Out here, we've always worked remote. Out here, stress usually refers to the pull on a rope. Where a stroll in the city is also a stroll in the great outdoors. Where work is a way of life, and life is good. Out here, the backyards are big, and the deals, they're even bigger. This is Southwestern Wyoming, and it's where you can get the biggest deals on a vehicle you want with plenty of hometown hospitality. Heritage Auto, your hometown dealer with the biggest deals.
Big Thaddeus Kuzmal takes the mound for the Reno Knights. He does so with a 4-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first inning. Welcome back to the Union Wireless broadcast booth. You're tuned to First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament here on mylocalradio.com. The Elko Bascos coming to the plate, struggling with their defense. Let's see if they're able to respond. Leading things off will be center fielder Coy Jones. Following him will be Armando Acosta playing left field. Adam Romanos, who had a heck of a stretch play to get the second out back in the top of the inning. He'll bat third, playing first. And Travis Monette will be the cleanup hitter playing second. Also in the lineup, Carter Kidwell playing short. Ethan Krantz will play right field. Torrin Duke will be at third base. Cooper Aranguena, the pitcher, batting 8th, and Kellen Wendell, the catcher, batting 9th. The defense behind big pitcher Kuzmanol. You've got the catcher, Entmeyer. At first base is Sawyer Sala. At second base, Pike Adrian. Shortstop is Dean Burton. Third baseman is Cohen Planeta. And the outfield positions are in left, Colin Sala. Center field, Bodie Kellers. And in right, Andres Gonzalez. Warm-up tosses are complete. And the Basco's first batter, Coy Jones, strides in. Jones, a sophomore-to-be junior. He's a varsity athlete in 3 sports, football and basketball, as well as a star baseball player, and he stands in. First pitch is outside and low for a ball off the hand of Cosmo.
This is a big half inning. It's kind of crazy to say that in the first inning, but 4-0. Knights want to shut it down. Elko wants to scratch one back.
Jones reaches out and pokes at the second base, up with it, and throwing across the first, had plenty of time for the first out. So Jones takes the 0-1 pitch and grounds out 4-3. Bring up Armando Acosta.
If you're Kuzma, it's exactly what you want to do. Fill the zone, let them put it in play, let your defense work behind you. Great job there, just attacking the zone and getting the first out.
Yeah, if you throw balls, you don't give your defense any chance at all to help you. In that case, great pitch, great location, one away. Acosta stands in, the left fielder. Out of the windup, here comes the pitch. Nice breaking pitch. Comes across the zone and paints the corner 0-1.
One thing it also does is it kind of lures your defense to sleep, as they're not necessarily on their toes as much as if you're attacking the zone.
That pitch slid just a bit outside. 1-1 is the count now, even on Armando Acosta, sophomore, soon to be junior. That pitch, he kind of got hung up there in his windup, stopped, held it for a second or two, and I think that affected that pitch. It went low, so now it's 2-1.
I do think that was intentional, though. It's something that Johnny Cueto used to do in the major leagues, where he kind of disrupt the timing. Nestor Cortez does that for the Yankees now.
3-1 now, as the pitch by Cosmo is well outside. Hitters count now for Acosta with one away. Oh, and that was a fastball right down the alley, but Acosta couldn't catch up with it. Full count now.
But to your point about the hitch and the windup, if you can't throw a strike doing it, then it's kind of
why do it? Full count pitch on the way, and that's outside. Acosta draws a one-out walk.
It's a really good at-bat there from Acosta. As a couple of really good breaking balls that started in the zone, he was able to lay off of them.
Adam Romanos at the plate with one away, and Acosta at first base. The Bascos trailing the Knights 4-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning.
See how long Acosta's at first base.
Big lead there, and the pitch in the dirt, and a great pick there by the catcher, Etmeyer. Count is 1-0 on Romanos. And Acosta safe still at first as they thought about the throw behind the runner. Comes set. Pitch is low and picked off the surface of the plate. 2-0.
You know, sometimes when a pitcher goes from the stretch with a runner on, they like to use a slide step. And it takes a couple of pitches to get used to that slide step again when you haven't thrown from it since you were in the bullpen.
2-0 count. Acosta away from first. And Romanos swings and misses. 2-1 the count. Throw behind the runner is not in time as Acosta gets back to first. 2-1 the count now. 1 on, 1 out. And a 4-0 Reno Knights lead over the Elko Bascos.
Right there, Kuzma just abandoned the slide step, goes full leg kick, able to find the zone there.
Rocks, delivers, and nails the outside corner, 2-2.
Also, when you change your delivery up, it kind of messes with the timing of the hitter. You have a couple seconds with a big leg kick. If it's a slide step, suddenly here comes the ball. You have to be ready to go.
Yeah, you get used to a certain rhythm, and anytime you can disrupt that with the batter, good times. Acosta on the way. The throw is going to be late and wide. Acosta steals second base, and Romanos takes the pitch. It's a full count now, and a runner in scoring position with the Bascos trailing 4-0. Acosta now with the stolen base, standing at second. An RBI opportunity now with a full count for Romanos.
The only problem when you go full leg kick, if the runner does steal on that pitch, it's going to be really tough to throw him out, especially if you have the speed of Acosta, who we've seen use his legs in this tournament to steal runs.
There's a good jump, and the throw was not going to get him, even if it was on line, although it did pull to the right of the second base. Full count now. Cosmal rocks and delivers. Pitch inside, and swing and a miss by Romanos, but the pitch gets away, so a strikeout, but the pass ball allows Romanos to take first. And so now the Bascos with runners at first and second and still one away.
Number 16, Travis.
It's unfortunate on the mound if you're Kuzma. It's a very good fastball that was bearing in on the hands. Bared in a little bit too far. Gets away, and Romanos alertly takes off right away. Typically a fastball without belt tie, you're not real sure that it's going to get dropped. He was alert there, took off, was able to get to the base.
RBI opportunity for second baseman Travis Monette hitting in the cleanup spot. Basco's trailing 4-0, and a pickoff throw to second. Not in time to get Acosta. The ball trickles away, but not far enough for anybody to advance. 1 out, 2 on, 4-0 Reno. And Monette swings and dribbles one to the second baseman. He's going to flip to second for one, and stretch play. Did they get him? They got him. Double play ball turned as Monette grounds into the 4-6-3 double play to end the scoring threat. We're through 1 inning of play, and it's Reno leading Elko 4-0 here in the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. Thanks for joining us here on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation on mylocalradiosports.com. We'll be right back with second inning action.
School District number 6, each student is important. Each student has different interests. Each student has unique talents and areas for growth and development. We love and appreciate each student, and we work hard to make sure we are meeting the needs of each student so that when we all come together, we create a powerful school district filled with individual students headed for success. Uintah County School District number 6 in Lyman. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
The crew of Rocky Mountain Yeti have found themselves searching the wilderness for the elusive Yeti, traveling through the rugged terrain in one of their premium rides found at Rocky Mountain Yeti. Coming up to a clearing, the crew finally gets a glimpse at what they've been searching for, the great Yeti deal from Rocky Mountain Yeti. Visit today and see why legends are driven. 100 Wasatch and 130 North 3rd Street, Evanston.
Top of the second inning, Reno coming up to bat for the second time. The Knights with a 4-0 lead over the host Elko Bascos. And coming to the plate is right fielder Andres Gonzalez. Following him will be the pitcher Thaddeus Cosmo. And back to the top of the order in center fielder Bodie Kellers. Taking the bump is Cooper Aranguena, who had a rough first inning, in part because of his own defense and in part because of the rest of the defense. First pitch low and inside. That's a ball. Ball 1-0. From the windup, attacking the right-handed Gonzalez. Oh, nice break-in pitch. Gonzalez waves at it and unable to come up with it. 1-1. Elko's defense deep at short and second and playing about average at the corners. 1-1 our count. That breaking pitch nearly hit the batter Gonzalez, but instead hit the ump. And don't rub it. Got him there on the left forearm.
Oh, no, man. Go ahead and rub it. That hurts like crazy. Especially you get hit in the arms like that. Batters don't love it. Umpires don't love it. I mean,
I'm just thinking what they used to yell at.
No, of course.
You wear that pitch and you're walking down to first and everybody in the dugout's yelling at you, don't rub it.
The good news, though, is if someone comments on it, if you're the umpire, you can just give them the old heave-ho, and you don't have to deal with it anymore. You know,
yeah. You call me a what?
yeah, your teammates, it's a little different because they're going to be there with them the rest of the night.
Ask him, can I get you anything for that? You need an ibuprofen, maybe a Tylenol?
Yeah.
Maybe I can get that call on the outside corner.
Yeah, I was going to say, masseuse maybe? Massage that out?
Exactly.
Actually, I heard a story. I forget the player. I'd have to look it up, but
a little bit of a break here as the umpire walks off that one. 4-0 again our score here. Reno on top of Elko here with 1 out in the top half of the second inning. You looking up some scores or?
No, actually I was looking up the player's name. It was Will Clark.
Will Clark.
The story.
One of my favorites.
He told a story on a podcast about how Angel Hernandez was umping one time, and you know, He got the 0-1 call on him. Thought it was outside, and he goes to Angel Hernandez. Hey, is that as far as you can go outside? Angel Hernandez says yes. Next pitch is a ball further outside, gets the heave-ho, gets rung up, and obviously he's upset. But later that night, he goes out to a bar, and he happens to see all the umpires there, and he calls the waitress over, and he goes, hey, you see that gentleman over there? Points to Angel Hernandez. Can you buy him? His beers are on me, so he buys him like $20 worth of beer. Goes over to Angel Hernandez, talks to him, and Angel says, "Oh, that's all you're going to say?" Because he thought Angel was going to. He thought he was going to come over and yell at him. Says, "Nope, see you at the ballpark." Will Clark goes on to say that his strike zone was about the size of less than a cereal box for the rest of his career. Whenever Angel Hernandez is behind the plate.
1-2 the count, and lifted to the right side. Dropping back is second baseman Travis Monette. Monette squeezes it for the second out.
Kind of moral of that story is you'll always catch more flies with honey, which means you'll probably get further in life if you're just kind to people. And, people make mistakes. If you forgive them and you're a kind person to them, they'll be kind back.
Center fielder Bodie Kellers to the plate. He reached on an error and scored the first run back in the first. He takes a swing. The left-hander looking to drive that ball. Couldn't catch up with the fastball from the hands of Aaron Guena. And Keller's now in the hole 0-1.
That was my philosophy lesson for the day.
I appreciate you. 0-1, and another swing and a miss as Keller's can't locate that fastball. Aaron Guena just rocking and dealing and has the leadoff hitter, or I should say the hitter now with 2 outs, leadoff in the lineup, 0-2. Snapped off a breaking ball. It didn't break enough, 1-2.
I don't mind that, though. Tried to knock on the back door with the curveball. Unfortunately, it didn't quite get to the porch, but it's just a good way, 0-2. You don't want to give up a really good pitch. You give up a hit 0-2 as a pitcher, you kind of feel it's empty in your stomach.
That fastball stays high and away, 2-2 now.
It's actually a finable offense with some major league teams.
Oh, really?
Can't really find high school kids, though.
Not above the table.
You could find them with laps.
2-2 pitch is inside, and Kellers steps back and fouls it off to the left side. Count remains 2-2. Good piece of hitting there to stay alive as Kellers was fooled, but he's still able to make contact.
Of note, that flag is nearly standing straight up, blowing out towards right center field, much like yesterday.
2-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Kellers goes down on strikes for the third out. So after check that, 2 outs.
Brings to bat for the Reno Knights. Playing shortstop number 6, Dean Burton.
Dean Burton at the plate with 2 down. I lost track of somebody there. You can tell I'm just a little bit out of practice here, but thank you for your patience. Comebacker on the first pitch to Aaron Guena, runs it to first, a short underhanded toss to get the third out, and I got that one right as Burton goes down. And the Knights go down, 1-2-3 in the top of the second. Reno 4, Elko nothing here in the final game of day 2 of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament here on mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back with the bottom half of the inning in just a moment.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions.
The very best place to stay when you visit Evanston, Wyoming is the Best Western Dunmar Inn. This amazing hotel is located on 10 beautiful acres and offers clean, comfortable rooms with amazing beds, a fitness center, an outdoor pool, open in the summer, and a wonderful on-site restaurant that provides a complimentary breakfast with every stay, all at an affordable rate. Whenever your travels bring you to Evanston, Wyoming, make all your room reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, 1601 Harrison Drive.
Carter Kidwell, Ethan Krantz, and Torrin Duke, the top 3 hitters coming up here in the bottom half of the second inning. The Bascos of Elko trailing the Knights of Reno 4-0 here, bottom of the second inning. Kidwell, the shortstop and number 5 hitter for the Bascos. Made a great play earlier in the first inning. Let's see if that'll translate to some action here at the plate for the Bascos as they try and get on the board. They got 2 on, but a double play erased that scoring opportunity in the bottom of the first inning.
Kidwell's made some pretty good plays throughout the entirety of this tournament. Think back to last night in the first inning. He made a nice charging play as he threw out one of the faster runners on the Evanston team.
He's got good range, pretty solid hands, and he's got a pretty good cannon of an arm there from the shortstop position. Kuzmal delivers, and that pitch is fouled off to the right and right off the top of the fence of Lower Kump Field. Named, of course, for longtime Elko sports legend Jay Kump. He's a guy who lived just a couple of blocks from the ball field. In fact, he cleared all of the sagebrush for these fields. Kidwell turns on a 0-1 pitch and fouls it the opposite side down the left field line. But he's in an 0-2 hole now against Cosmo.
That one seemed like there's going to be some property damage there. Somehow it eludes all the vehicles. There's a ton of cars parked down that left field line.
Good thing your car is not parked out there.
Nope.
That pitch, the 0-2 pitch outside. Kidwell lays off of it as it kind of squirts away from the catcher, 1-2.
We told a story in last night's nightcap that during a Riverton soccer game, I was calling the game between Riverton and Evanston. A PK missed the net, went over the net, went out of play, hit my car right on the hood.
Goal!
Something like that. That's exactly what I said. You're right.
1-2 on Kidwell. Swing and a miss on that pitch, low and out of the strike zone, and Kidwell fans for out number 1.
It's a good fastball, bottom of the zone. After Kidwell got out in front of a breaking ball, he went fastball below the zone. It's a really good 2-strike pitch to set him down.
6-hitter coming up with 1 away. It's right fielder Ethan Krantz. Pitch is outside and past the catcher for ball 1. Little overthrow there by Cosmo.
I saw one Jordan at 71.
1-0 with 1 away. Reno on top 4-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning.
For the catcher, I appreciate the hustle. We'll get the ball from the umpire. Let someone else get that. You work hard enough.
That's how you get those calls like we talked about. Treat Blue right, man. Treat Blue right. Pitches high and tight.
Oh, I mean the on-deck hitter or a teammate.
Oh, I got you. Oh, Krantz turns and rips one. That might come off the wall. And it does, as Krantz is going to motor in for an easy stand-up double. That was one of the harder hit balls of the day, as Krantz just took that 2-0 pitch and rifled it over the left fielder's head.
That's exactly what you want to do, 2-0. Get a fastball that you can handle or whatever pitch you enjoy to hit the most, as he absolutely tattoos that ball. I don't know if that ball ever got high enough over the fence to be a home run, but it carried all the way to the warning track with it only being about 10 feet off the ground. That just kind of tells you with the wood bat how hard that ball was hit.
We may remember that laser shot to be sure. First hit of the ball game for the Bascos, and a runner in scoring position with 1 away. And the batter now is Torrin Duke, the third baseman for Elko. From the stretch, Cosmo throws, deals, and it's a strike at the letters on the outside part of the plate, 0-1.
It's a good job after grooving one in the middle of the plate, refining that outer third, and just reestablishing that corner. If you're on the mound, just kind of keep going out there. See how far you can get out there before the umpire calls it a ball.
0-1 the count on Duke, the right-handed batter. Looks at that one a little bit low as he tried to paint the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1.
Tremendous job. Did exactly that. That one was a little bit off the plate, but now you kind of understand how far you can go outside and where the outer part of the strike zone is.
Decent lead at second by Krantz with 1 away. Second baseman trying to hold him on. And time called.
Ooh, throw that if you're on the mound. If you're Cosmo, just throw that pitch. You don't want to get into your explosion, get ready to fire a pitch, and then stop.
That's a great way to pull a muscle or something.
Absolutely.
So he resets with a 1-1 count, 1 away, and a runner at second. Fastball outside, and the catcher caught it, but he didn't think so. He went looking for it like it got past him. I don't know if he was trying to bait the runner at second into running.
Tyler Alexander, we were talking about stopping your motion. Instead of stopping his motion, he used to chuck the ball. He used to pitch for the Tigers. He would chuck the ball to the top of the backstop, and that's how he would deal with a late timeout.
2-1 after that ball to Torrin Duke. That pitch low and bounces off the plate. 3-1 now. Hitters count for Torrin Duke with a runner in scoring position for the Bascos, trailing 4-0 here with one away in the bottom half of the second inning.
Might have been more about Alexander showing his displeasure for the late timeout more than staying healthy, but it's a good way to make sure you don't hurt yourself trying to stop because of a late timeout.
Cosmal deals, and that one's wide to the right, and Duke draws the one-out walk. Runners now at first and second with one away, and pitcher Cooper Aaron Guena with a chance to help himself out with one away here in the bottom half of the second. We're going to have a meeting at the mound and a slow walk, and I don't know. I don't think that Cosmal has done anything to necessarily earn the hook, but maybe just a chance to, as he missed pretty egregiously with about 3 of those pitches. Maybe just settle him down a little bit, and the encouragement to throw strikes and let your defense work for you.
They could be talking about potential strategy. They could be talking about getting a rest, or they could be talking about on this day in baseball in 1941. The New York Yankees nipped the Washington Senators 6-5 in the first ever night game at Griffith Stadium.
I'm sure that's what they're talking about.
And you know what's ironic? About 5 years later, the Washington Senators edged the New York Yankees 2-1 in front of 49,917 fans in the first night game at Yankee Stadium. That's on this day in 1941 and 1946.
Whoa! That's history, man.
It's
crazy.
Amazing how baseball always finds a way to work itself out like that, where you have two teams get together for a couple historical things. You beat me at your place, we'll beat you at yours.
Bascos with 2 on and 1 out for pitcher Cooper Aaron Guena, the left-hander, and a throw just picked. I think the second base bag might have actually stopped that ball from going into center field as they tried to pick off Krantz.
Well, they tell you to throw it right on the bag.
Pitch just low to Aaron Guena, and Cosmo falls behind 1-0.
Quite literally there for Cosmo. Just got to resettle in, cruise through that first inning, have a little bit of trouble here. Pitch count's getting towards 30, but not too bad in the second inning.
After a 4-pitch strike. Oh, that might have gotten Krantz at second, but the pitch wide right of the bag at second. Good job by the second baseman to track that down. Adrian making sure that didn't get out into the outfield and get runners at the second. Krantz at second, Duke at first, Aaron Guena at the plate, and the count now.
No, miss low.
2-0. Pitch at the knees over the plate, 2-1.
Sometimes for a pitcher, all it takes is one to get your confidence back. We saw this with Cooper Aaron Guena when he was on the mound.
Yeah.
He was able to settle in after the first inning. As a pitcher, you're never ever out of a start until you're pulled out. You can always settle in.
2-1 delivery high, and it's a 3-1 count as the Bascos are doing a good job of laying off pitches and making Cosmal throw strikes.
Absolutely, and sometimes as a hitter, the best thing you can do is pass the baton.
3-1 delivery and a swing and a foul ball to the left off of the backstop. Full count now on the Bascos pitcher, Cooper Aaron Guena, batting in the 8th spot with 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Reno Knights 4, Elko Bascos nothing. Payoff pitch with 1 away. That's going to be in, and ow, that's got to hurt. Aaron Guena excited, though, as he took that one in the dirt off of the ankle. Bases loaded now on the 4-pitch walk.
Well, excited or furious, as when ball 4 hits you, it's kind of a, I don't want to say a numbing feel, but as a guy at the plate, if it hits you on ball 4, you're trying to, tell yourself, how come you couldn't get out of the way of that one? That one just looked like it was barreling towards the ankles right out of the hand.
Bases full of Bascos with 1 away, and the catcher, Kellen Wendell, the 9-hitter, stepping to the plate with a chance to bite into this Reno lead of 4-0.
This is a big inning right here, as if they can get out of it with no runs, big momentum shift. If you can score runs, the momentum shifts the other way.
Kuzma low with the first pitch, 1-0 to Wendell.
I know momentum's not things that you can really measure. It's kind of a, intangible. But I feel like momentum, the best way to describe it is how you feel going into the batter's box or going out to the field the next half inning. If you're able to put up 2, cut it in half, you have to imagine the Bascos are going to feel great going to the field. If you're the Knights and you can get out of this one without allowing a run, they're going to feel great going to the plate.
1-0 pitch on the way, and Wendell dribbles it too short. That's going to score a run as they go to second for the easy out, and no throw to first.
Did your job there. You drive in a run.
Yep.
It's the one thing if you were the Bascos you couldn't do is get out of this inning without scoring a run. They're able to put one on the board now with an opportunity. Leadoff hitter, chance to hit with a couple runners on base.
Wendell to first on the fielder's choice. He's going to be pinch run for by number 5 of the Bascos. That's Cooper Dealey. The runners now at the corners. Duke takes third. Aaron Guena erased at second on the 6-4 play. And back to the top of the order, Coy Jones, center fielder, with a chance to bring home a second run with 2 away. From the stretch, pitches at the knees and a strike against Coy Jones.
Now this is a big at-bat here. If you're able to get a hit, you're going to score a run for your team. If you're able to get out of this one, you're going to be up 3 if you're the Knights.
Coy Jones, a .280 hitter with the high school team, 18 RBI in this past season. That pitch, a looping curveball that drifts outside, 1-1.
It's one thing that Kuzma on the mound is not afraid to do, not afraid to mix up his repertoire, come with you at a different pitch and a different count. It's a good way to not be predictable, and if you're not predictable, it makes hitting a lot harder, as we're going to get time called by the field umpire.
Runners at the corners, 2 away here in the bottom half of the second inning. Reno 4, Elko 1. Coy Jones with a 1-1 count. The pitch, low, 2-1. Jones looks for the sign down third baseline. Coach Jeremy Etchemendy telling him what he wants out of this 2-1 pitch. That is on the outside corner of the plate. Nice fastball. That was a hitter's pitch, to be honest with you. Jones laid off of it, and it's a 2-2 count.
But that's what throwing that breaking ball in different situations can do. It can get a hitter maybe questioning whether he's going to get one, and then you throw the express. It's a bit faster.
And the Bascos, not sure why Wendell took off for second, but a quick pick erases him on the 1-3 out for the third out of the inning.
You got to stop and get in a run down there. I think that's what the goal was, trying with 2 strikes to get that run in.
Instead, he tried to slide under the tag and was unsuccessful. Elko scores 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 on base. And after 2 full innings of play, it's 4-1 Knights here at the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We're going to be right back with more.
On your way to Flaming Gorge or the Uinta, stop in at the store, formerly known as the Cash Store in Fort Bridger, to top up on gas or grab those last-minute snacks. Visit the store today in Fort Bridger, Wyoming. The store is proud to support the students of the Bridger Valley.
Dad, I feel like I got something in my eye.
Let me have a look. Natural protective features of the eye, such as eyebrows, eyelids, eyelashes, and tears, are not always enough. I've been helping people for 14 years, removing anything from metal, glass, or plastic from their eyes. I've even removed a bug that flew into my own eye. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we can help you find the perfect eye protection for playing sports or performing hazardous work to help prevent eye injuries.
Call Uinta Eye and Vision today to schedule your appointment to protect your precious eyesight. Uinta Eye and Vision, 307-789-3937.
Top of the third inning, Reno coming to bat, leading 4-1. The Knights will send Pike Adrian to the plate, followed by Cohen Planeta and Sawyer Sala. First pitch is inside and off the backside of Pike Adrian. Adrian draws a one-pitch hit by pitch. He will take first base and leadoff runner aboard for Cohen Planeta, the cleanup hitter. 3-4-5 for the Knights. Third inning brought to you by Uinta Eye and Vision, where our vision is to improve yours. Thanks again to Uinta Eye and Vision. First pitch with nobody out here in the top of the third inning and a runner at first. Was that low? Lost track there as the scoreboard is not updating. Quick move over to try and snag the runner off of first base. Keeping Adrian honest over there. Not in time. Good tag by Romanos. I'll get that one of these days. I want to say Romanoff, and I don't think he's quite that royal. That one gets away from Romanos, but not far enough as the headfirst dive by Adrian slows his rise from the dirt.
And he's definitely not deformed enough to be a czar from Russia in a past life.
The 1-0 count on Planeta at the plate, the right-handed cleanup hitter for the Knights. Out of the stretch, Aaron Guena. Rocks delivers, and that pitch inside, but fouled off to the right, even in the count at 1-1. That was a good pitch by Aaron Guena.
Absolutely. Anytime in a wood bat tournament, if you come inside on a hitter, that wood bat's the ultimate equalizer. If you're not going to be able to really barrel it up, the barrel of the bat is not as long as it is on these aluminum bats where you can get away with hitting one off the handle and still being able to fist it out into right field.
1-1 pitch. Strike and a throw down to second in time. Beautiful. No, did he drop the ball?
I think he slid around the tag.
What a slide. The ball was there. Kidwell was to the near side of the bag, but a perfect slide by Adrian to steal second base and put the Knights in a scoring position with nobody out here in the top half of the third inning. That was a great throw, great tag, a better slide, and the Knights in business here against Cooper and Guena.
I think Kidwell and Adrian were talking about that one. Just laughing about it a bit.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Planeta down swinging for out number one. That was a nice pitch. It looked like Aaron Guena took just a little bit off of it, and Planeta is down.
Yeah, sometimes mixing speeds isn't just throwing different pitches. It's about throwing a little bit slower of a breaking ball, speeding up your breaking ball, speeding up your fastball, slowing down your fastball. And, if you can do that, it makes another thing for the hitter to have to think about in the box, and a thinking hitter makes hitting tougher.
First baseman Sawyer Sala takes a big cut at a fastball, and the first baseman hitting from the left side fouls it off for an 0-1 count.
There's an old radio show that used to talk about Alex Rodriguez and Manny Ramirez. The difference between Alex Rodriguez was thinking about what's going to happen in the box. Manny Ramirez was thinking about Fruity Pebbles.
I could see that. And as a lifelong Indians fan, you got to accept Manny Ramirez for what he is.
Sometimes he's the left fielder cutting the ball off.
Right.
Every once in a while, you got to go hide out in the Green Monster.
Swing and a miss by Sala puts him in an 0-2 hole. Aaron Guena throws outside, and that pitch is roped into the left field. Up throwing, and a great throw by the left fielder as Acosta guns it on the fly to home plate to make sure that Adrian does not score on the base hit.
It's a great throw by the left fielder. It's also a great stop sign over there at third base. They were waving him around till about the time Acosta got the ball. And if they allow him to go home, that's a very close play and could very well be an out.
Acosta, not a big guy, but he's got a big gun out there. It's still 4-1 with one away and runners at the corners after the single by Sawyer Sala. And a meeting at the mound for the Bascos as they trail by 3 here in the top of the third. Elko opened things up here at Upper Kump Field this morning with an 8-0 win over Mountain Home. Then Evanston and Gooding tangled at 12:30 with the Outlaws pounding the Senators 14-4. And in the game just prior to this one, Reno and Baker City in a heck of a ball game. The Bulldogs from Eastern Oregon taking a one-run win, 8-7 over these Knights, bringing us to this game between Elko and Reno. Again, our score 4-1 in the top of the third with one away and two Knights on base.
I'd also like to let you know on this day in 1951, after going 0 for 12, Willie Mays connects with his first major league hit, a home run off of Brave pitchers Warren Spann. Giants lose the game 4-1. This is also on this date in 1952, the same day that Willie Mays enters the Army. He was hitting .236 at the time. Giants were 2.5 games up in first place. They went on to lose 8 of their next 10.
Rest in peace, Willie. That's a guy who did it right all the time.
Yeah, big day for Willie Mays on. Oh, boy. That's May 28th.
Oh, and they got a runner as they fake the throw to third. They've got a runner in a pickle. Now it's coming home as it goes to shortstop and safe. Nice job executing by Reno as Elko got the runner in the pickle between first and second. Kidwell saw the runner break from third, came home with it, but the throw was too late, and it's 5-1 now as Adrian comes home from third.
I think that's the same thing that the Boscos wanted to do in their half of the inning last time up.
So now a runner at second and still one away. The score is 5-1. And the Knights at the plate, swing and a foul ball off to the right-hand side as Sala is now in the hole, 0-1.
Defensively there on that play, you want to try to get an out. Regardless, if you let the run score, it's going to happen. But you want to make sure you for sure get an out because down 5-1 with nobody on base versus down 5-1 with the runner on second, one out. It's a big difference.
Perfect execution by the Knights. A rip and right past the glove of Torrin Duke at third into, and a round in the corner, and it looks like the Bascos are going to get the out at third. One down. Wait, what?
They called him out of the baseline.
Oh, I thought so. I saw that, and I was waiting for the signal. Good catch there as trying to avoid the tag was Sawyer Sala, so he is erased off the solid single by brother Colin.
It's a great job in the outfield of Acosta hitting his cutoff man, not throwing that ball all the way through. Because they hit the cutoff man, they're able to cut down that lead runner,
So that one goes 7-5 for the second out. Ground ball on the first pitch. Kidwell up with it across the diamond and gets the out for the third of the inning, but not before the Knights played a run to make it 5-1 as we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Thanks for joining us here on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back.
Farming requires working with the right equipment. At Covelo Auto Farm Service, you will find the right size tractor, tractor accessories, cattle chutes, and calf corrals for all your farming needs. Covelos has all your auto needs as well. From fluids to belts to protection for your hands, they've got you covered. Covelos also offers a service center for your truck and tractors in one convenient location. Covelos is your one-stop farm and auto shop. Stop in and see them today at 80 Reese Road in Lyman. Covelos Auto Farm Service.
Get a degree or certification. Earn your high school GED. Get job skills. Become CPR certified. Or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Welcome back to Upper Kump Field. I'm Sam Brown, along with Aaron.
For the Reno Knights, coming into the mound will be number 16, Carson Hessler.
Polling.
Polling. I knew there were L's involved. Damn it. Aaron Polling. I'll write that down now so I don't sound so unprofessional. 5-1 our score.
You and probably everyone at home don't know my name, so it's all right.
The Reno Knights leading the Elko Bascos 5-1 as we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Batting for the Bascos will be Coy Jones, Armando Acosta, and Adam Romanos. As that's the 1-2-3 hitters. Jones will get a chance to reprise his at-bat as he was left at home plate on the attempted steal when Kellen Wendell was cut down, ending a potential scoring opportunity for the Bascos. We found in this tournament, while you don't have to worry about scoring runs, they're going to come, you do want to take advantage of your opportunities, Aaron.
Yeah, there's been quite a few runners left on base throughout the tournament, and sometimes you get to the later innings and you kind of regret those opportunities. I think they were trying to get that runner in between first and second into a rundown, very like how the Reno Knights did in the top half of the third.
Jones, the right-handed center fielder, steps into against the new pitcher, Carson Hasler, replacing Thaddeus Cosmol. A little smaller.
Aranguena.
Is Hasler. Aaron Guena's. Yeah, Cosmol went 2 innings, gave up the 1 run and just 1 hit.
I'm just setting you up for failure all sorts of ways today.
That's okay, man. I still love you.
Hurdles.
Right. You got to test me. It's all good.
You can deal with me. You can probably deal with anyone.
Hasler's first pitch was a ball, 1-0. Second pitch on the way. Jones swings to a big cut there at a fastball inside. Fouls it off, and that might have gone off the umpire again. He's taking a beating.
It's a tough job.
Somebody's got to do it, and we're thankful that they do.
Absolutely.
I was talking to one of our umpires, and he said the number of high school officials in the United States has dropped by almost a half in the last 5 years. We definitely appreciate the boys in blue and whatever uniform they wear to officiate these games. 1-1 pitch is low in the dirt, 2-1 to Coy Jones. An all-state performer on the Elko High School football team, a all-conference guard on the basketball team, and also an all-conference performer on the baseball team. So a special athlete at the plate as he takes a ball low and in the dirt. Again, 3-1 now. Hitters count for Coy Jones.
Probably good at puzzles, too.
Actually, he's a heck of a rodeo cowboy as well.
He's good at everything.
Yeah, he just is.
What position was he in football? Was he quarterback?
Corner. Cornerback, yeah. Corner, and I expect this year he played, he was also like a running back or a wing back. He played behind a 3-time All-State running back, the all-time leading rusher, actually, in Elko High School history.
Yeah, going to be tough to usurp that guy for a starting spot.
Yeah, he's got it this year. 3-1 the count now, and Jones ropes that over the head of the shortstop for a solid single. He makes a big turn at first, but decides to stay with a single. So a solid leadoff hit by Jones. He's also very fast, so it's entirely possible we see a little bit of action, whether it be a sacrifice off of Acosta or even a straight steal for Coy Jones.
I don't even mind if Acosta tries to just bunt down that third baseline, get some speed on the bases.
It feels like you've got a better opportunity with a wood bat to really kill that bunt. It's just not going to pop off the bat like it does in the aluminum bat games. And sure enough, he drops it, but it goes straight ahead, right to the pitcher. The throw is on time. So the sacrifice allows Jones to move to second base in scoring position.
It's productive now. Now your 3 and 4 hitters get an opportunity to try to scratch across the run, try to cut this to a 3-run deficit.
Coy Jones at second base, 1 away, and Adam Romanos, the number 3 hitter, Elko's first baseman, striding to the plate, the right-hander. Tall and lanky, just what you want to see in a first baseman. I guess that's why I didn't work out as a first baseman. Short and squat only works if you're John Kruk.
Yeah, me and you both.
5-1 our score, and Romanos ropes that to dead center. On the run with the catch for the Knights is Bodie Kellers, but advancing to third base on the sac fly is Coy Jones. So with 2 outs, the Bascos with another scoring opportunity. Romanos hit that a ton But a good jump there by Kellers in center field to make the second out.
Yeah, sometimes you absolutely crush the ball and you're not rewarded as a baseball player. It is one of the things that is the hardest thing about the game is you do everything right and you're out.
Monette saw one pitch and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play back in the first inning. He takes a pitch outside, 1-0 with 2 away. Cleanup hitter playing second base for the Bascos.
It's also a good job base running there by Coy Jones as he was only a couple steps off the base to make sure if it was caught he could get back and tag, get over to third.
Good point, Aaron. 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Good cut by Monette, but he's a little late on the swing. That one's off to the right and out of play. 1-1 is the count.
This is also a big at-bat in this game. Get a run 90 feet away. You don't want to strand a runner at third consecutive innings.
Hasler from the stretch, stops, delivers. That one hits the corner. That was a nice little breaking ball. It wasn't huge, but just enough movement to go from center plate to outside corner 1 and 2.
It's a really good pitch there on the mound from Hasler. See if he doubles up here.
1-2 pitch on the way and outside. That one drifted 2-2. Sometimes you look at a little guy on the mound and you think they're not going to bring a whole lot, but just remember Pedro Martinez was a guy that could deal.
Tim Lincecum.
He was not particularly Lincecum. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, right? It's the size of the fight in the dog, and in this case, Hasler trying to keep the Bascos off the board. 5-1 the lead for Reno as we are here in the bottom half of the third inning. 2 away, and Coy Jones at third base for Elko. Ripped to center field, but that looks like it's eminently playable. And squeezing it for the third out is Bodie Kellers. So Elko threatens again, but strands another runner. And we go to the fourth with the Knights on top of the Bascos, 5-1, here at the 2024 Elko Basque Tournament on mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back.
Our community. We love it, we live it, we support it. Trona Valley is your local credit union, and we're proud to invest in relationships that go far beyond banking. We're proud to invest in the lives of our young members and their participation in sports. You're champions in our community, and we're here to support you all the way, on a court, on the field, or elsewhere. Together, let's develop lifelong, successful financial habits. You got this. We're here for you. Trona Valley, member NCUA, TronaValley.com.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Sam Brown and Aaron Poling back live at Upper Kump Field as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Reno with a 5-1 lead here in the nightcap of day 2 of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. It's been a fun one. We've had some blowouts. We've had some great games, especially the one just before this, and this one's shaping up to be a pretty good one as well. Again, Reno with 4 runs in the first inning, adding another in the third. The Bascos responding with 1 run in the second. But they're ruining the fact that they're leaving people on base or erasing them in the case of a base running blunder back in the second inning as well.
Yeah, when you're trailing, you got to take advantage of your opportunities. You don't know how many you're going to get.
Reno's 5, Elko is 1.
It's Entmeyer, Gonzalez, and Kellers, the 8-9-1 hitters for the Knights up to the plate. And right now, Entmeyer takes a ball on the first pitch from Aaron Guena, 1-0. Swing and dribbling that off almost went fair. Instead, spun backwards and behind the plate, 1-1.
That's a big inning. Top of the fourth inning. You want to keep throwing zeros up if you're Aaron Guena. You want to make the comeback as easy as possible. If you start to give up more runs, it makes the comeback even harder.
Well, 3 errors in that first inning really bit the Bascos. That's fisted to third base. Duke up with it. Double pumps, and Romanos lost it in the sun. That one rolls into to the fence And you could see Romanos comes up just shaking his shoulders like I had no idea where that ball was. You could see when he reached for it, he kind of was almost protecting himself. There was no stretch there. And so the error there on that, it's unfortunately going to go E3, allows the runner to get to second base with nobody out.
It's a helpless feeling as a first baseman over there, especially with as tall as he is. Ball's more liable to be in the sun, and he kind of just went up in self-defense. Duke over there at third's got a pretty good arm, and it's probably the last person you want to get in the face with the ball with.
That's one of the worst things about this particular orientation here is in the afternoons you are staring right into the sun if you're there at first base. Nobody out and a runner at second, and the first pitch to Gonzalez is low and outside. Good pick there by Wendell. 1-0 now is the count on the right fielder for the Knights.
Yeah, Knights continue to put pressure on the Bascos. Their offense has really woke up since about the fourth inning of last game?
Yeah. And they were down 7-0, but they never quit, got really close to knocking off Baker City, a solid club, and they've just continued that momentum here with this 5-1 lead. 2-0 is the count now as that pitch was low and in the dirt.
That's why every inning of baseball is important. You can always build momentum heading into your next game. You can always get your offense going just a little bit. Every inning is important in the game of baseball.
Bunt is laid down, goes right to the catcher. All right, check that pitcher. Aaron Guena's only play is to first, and a good cover there by Monette. One away, and the runner advances to third base for the Knights.
It's nicely done all around. Good bunt on the sacrifice. Great job getting off the mound by Aaron Guena to field. Good job by the second baseman, Monette, getting over to cover as both corners charged.
Runner at third, and Bodie Kellers, the leadoff batter for the Knights. Stepping in, center fielder. Batting from the left-hand side. Pitch is low. Good stop there by Wendell to knock it down right in front. It'll be 1-0. Burton on deck. And Adrian in the hole for the Knights. 1-0 pitch from Aaron Guena. Delivers from the stretch. That one's going to be high. 2-0. One out here in the top of the fourth. Reno threatening to add to their 5-1 lead. Runners in, infield in to try and cut down the run. And the outfield in for that matter as well. 2-0 pitch, right on the outside part of the plate. He took a little off that fastball, made sure he painted that corner to get that strike 2-1.
It's a great 2-0 pitch. You know the batter's geared up to really swing at something if you put it in his happy zone. That's a good pitch on the outside corner. Lefties typically like the ball inside.
2-1. There's an outside pitch, a swing and a miss by Kellers. Nice pitch there, and Aaron Guena battling back to even the count at 2-2.
This would be a huge out right here. If you can get this out without that run advancing, that's going to be big for the shape of this ball game.
Wendell setting up outside and doesn't get the call. Just a bit off the plate. Full count now as they trying to get Kellers looking. A strikeout would be huge here to take some pressure off your defense.
Absolutely.
But you taking out, to your point, any way you're going to get it. 3-2, one away, runner at third. Aaron Guena deals for the Bascos. That one's high, and drawing the full count walk is Kellers as he heads down to first base. Now runners at the corners for the number 2 hitter, shortstop Dean Burton.
Brings to bat your shortstop, number 6, Dean Burton.
One out in the inning. Got to imagine that runner at first. He's going to be off probably in the first 2 pitches. Try to stay out of that double play.
Well, that's exactly what they did back in the second inning where they got that, I checked at the third inning, sent the runner from first, and Elko wound up not getting any out as they scored their 5th run on that double steal, basically. Throw over to first, I should say. Romanos able to snag that. The runner dives back in, safe. Burton at the plate, Kellers at first, and Entmeyer at third. 5-1 Reno with one away, top of the 4th. Aaron Guena taking his time, and now he steps off the rubber. Love that game between the pitcher and the the batter.
That's something with the pitch clock and limits of how many times you can step off. It's being limited in Major League Baseball, but it's still really prevalent here at this level.
Fakes the move to third, goes back to first as Elko is trying to prevent a good jump from that first base runner, Bodie Kellers.
See, in Major League Baseball, it would have been his third disengagement and would have been, both runners advance. But that's the great thing about the game down here. It's still a chess match as much as anything.
Throw down to second, cut off at second base. Krantz throws home and late. A great steal. And the 6th run of the game scores. As actually it's not Entmeyer, but the pinch runner comes home to score and make it 6-1.
So I like what the Bascos did there. They take the second baseman, they have him cut across because he can read that play. A lot of times they'll have the shortstop cut across on a design play. The second baseman can make a read of whether to let that ball go through or cut it off. He made the right read, just not in time to the plate.
The 1-0 count is fouled out of play, and that is now the 4th Reno batter that has scored that has reached on an error. 4 of those 6 runs, as by my count, Reno has 2 hits and 6 runs.
Yeah, if you're Arguena on the mound, you haven't really thrown a bad game. It's just sometimes you're only as good as your defense as a pitcher on the mound.
Oh, and credit to Reno as that pitch slides over the outside part of the plate. Burton now in the hole 1-2. They have executed that play now twice perfectly, and 2 of those runs from excellently coached base running.
Also give him credit for putting the ball in play. You can't commit an error if you don't put it in play.
Yeah, good point. 1-2, breaking pitch is down the third base line. Duke tried to backhand it right by the bag, and it hopped up, and that's going to be an E5. That's a tough play, to be honest with you, but that's one where you got to knock it down, maybe get on the ground, but not let that get past. And now the Knights with runners at the corners on that error, which is now the 5th error of the ball game for the Bascos. And we're in a similar position with just 1 away, and the Knights on top 6-1. Burton leads away from first. And a pop-up on the first pitch into right field. Charging in is Krantz. The throw goes to first. And actually, he made the play, right? That was a fly ball and an out. Krantz threw behind the runner, trying to get the first, Burton, who had advanced all the way to second, but the throw got away from Romanos. The run does score on the tag up.
If you're Romanos, you have plenty of time there at first base to go down and get in front of that ball, knock it down, go tag the bag, as the runner had already touched second, was around second. Just as a first base, you want to knock that down, because if you do get that out, regardless if that run comes across, because it's a force out and the runner didn't tag, there would be no run scored.
So the fly to right field, squeezed by Krantz, is the second out. Beautiful strike thrown by Arguena, and another strike thrown by catcher Kellen Wendell. A great tag by Carter Kidwell, and the out recorded on the steal attempt at second. So 2-run score, but the Bascos erase another runner on the base paths, and we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. 7-1 is the score. Reno on top of Elko here on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament here on mylocalradio.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation.
Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Bottom half of the fourth inning, Elko coming to the bat against Reno, trailing 7-1. The Bascos will send Kidwell, who just slapped a beautiful tag on the steal attempt for the third out of the inning. Let's see if that bodes well for the Bascos, as sometimes you make that out and you come up with a big hit. Following him will be Krantz, who made the second out of the inning on that squeeze in right field, and third batter will be Torn Duke, the third baseman, so it'll be 5, 6, and 7 for Elko. As they try to get back into this ball game, Reno scored 4 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. The Knights beneficiaries of 5 Elko errors that have led to directly to 4 of those runs. Carson Hasler, in his second inning of work, gives up a first pitch hit to Kidwell. He ropes it just over the shortstop's head, and Kidwell puts the leadoff hitter on for the Bascos, and by my count, that is the second hit of the ball game. No, check that, third hit of the ball game for Elko.
You know, another thing, the Knights are kind of taking advantage of their opportunities with runners on. Elko has stranded 2 runners at third, back-to-back innings now. It's kind of the difference in this one, too.
Kidwell back on the throw to first by Hasler.
Those 2 runs come across. It's at least 7-3 at that point. 4 runs is a lot different than 6 runs, but you got to continue to battle these at-bats.
Krantz, the right fielder, takes the ball. And the catcher looks down as Entmeyer thought about throwing behind the runner, instead holds it. 1-0 is the count on Krantz, who also catches and pitches. Hasler delivers high, nice leaping snag by Entmeyer. 2-0 the count.
From a dead squat position, able to jump up and make that play it makes a difference. Nobody out, runner on second versus nobody out, runner on first.
And that's an athletic play to be sure. Want him rebounding on my basketball team. 2-0 pitch coming from Hasler from the stretch. That one's going to be outside, 3-0. So Krantz, I'm guessing, is going to be watching this one closely and hoping that it drifts out of the zone as well. 3-0 the count, nobody out. Leadoff runner at first base in the person of Carter Kidwell, as the Bascos try to erase a 7-1 lead. That pitch right at the numbers, strike 1, 3-1.
Yeah, pitch splits the middle of the plate, but you need runners here. You don't want to get ahead 3-0 in the count, down by 6, and then eliminate an out when you're ahead in the count this way.
3-1, hitters count up for Krantz. That one high and outside, and that's ball 4. So the first 2 batters on base now for the Bascos, and Elko sends third baseman Torn Duke to the plate. Duke walked and advanced to third before he was stranded there back in the second inning.
And you know, it's one thing that taking 3-0 does is it forces a pitcher to have to throw back-to-back strikes after throwing 3 straight balls. And, you know, it's very possible. It's obviously all pitchers have been able to throw 2 strikes in a row before, but, you know, just kind of puts the pressure on the pitcher a little bit.
Elko trailing 7-1 here, but Duke with a golden opportunity. Nobody out. First 2 runners on. Trying to, I say, erase a 7-1 lead. You got to start with 1 run at a time. And this is a good opportunity as Duke stands in. Hasler rocks and delivers. Duke takes a huge cut, but he swings and misses. 0-1.
Well, he tried to eliminate 3 runs out of that deficit with that swing.
He sure did. Just a bit out in front of that one, actually.
Yeah, if you're going to swing first pitch, I don't mind that.
No, it's a strike. Yeah, sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't. Hasler delivers the 0-1. That one goes right back up the middle, past the pitcher. Shortstop will have it, throws across the the diamond, and it gets past the first baseman. Duke will stay at first. The run will score as Kidwell comes home on the error. And advancing to third is Krantz. So the Bascos score on an error. That, I think, is a throwing error by the shortstop. So still nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth. And Elko plates a run to make it 7-2. And more importantly, no outs are recorded.
I'd like to take this time to let you know that on this day in 1986, as I actually have the right day, last facts I gave you were May 28th, I apologize, but in 1986, Phil Niekro and the Cleveland Indians, and Don Sutton of the California Angels become the first 300-game winners to start against each other in this century. Neither Niekro nor Sutton got a decision, as the Angels scored 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th to win, 9-3. Go figure, you got 2 300-game winners, and neither of the starting pitchers get the win.
Yeah, good old Phil, the knuckleballer or spitballer or what do you want to call it?
The nail filer.
Yes, indeed. And that's something that'll never happen again. That was Joe
Niekro,
that's right.
Well, thankfully Dan's still here,
Dan's
or else
still
we'd be
here,
giving
keeping
you
us straight.
More false information.
Nobody out. Runners at the corners for Elko here in the bottom of the fourth. And first pitch on the way to Cooper Anguena, a chance to help himself. And he does so by taking a ball on the first pitch, 1-0. That's right, Joe was Second pitch roped right up the middle. That's going to be a solid single. Waiting and scoring from third is Krantz. Elko has played it 2 now. And the RBI single by Cooper Anguena makes it 7-3. Duke advances to second on that single.
It's a good job by the Bascos to continue to grind out in at bat. You know, you keep grinding. Suddenly you look up on the scoreboard. That runner on second brings you back within 3. It's a huge opportunity here with a couple runners on. If these 2 runners score, it's suddenly a whole new outlook on this ballgame.
Wendell steps to the plate. The Bascos catcher, he reached on a fielder's choice and was erased on a steal attempt back in the second. He drops a bunt down the first baseline, but it's going to curl foul. That was a nice bunt. The grounds are in great shape, but had it been just a little more major leaguey, that one just hit a little rough patch and bounced foul. That was a beautiful bunt, though, by Wendell.
That's a good job, Wendell, getting the bat on it, because I think that was more self-defense than anything. If he doesn't bunt that, it looked like that was going to hit him right in the chest.
You got to wear that as a catcher, man. Come on.
Yeah, when you square the bunt and you get hit by a pitch, I'll never tell anyone they have to wear that one. That's you putting your face towards the ball. All of your delicate parts are being turned towards the ball instead of away, like turning your back.
0-1 pitch outside. 1-1 now.
Getting hit with a pitch anywhere on the front side of your body, whether it be chest or stomach, obviously face, is going to be just awful feeling.
Torrin Duke at second. Cooper Anguena at first for the Bascos. Nobody out. 7-3 our score here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 count on catcher Kellen Wendell. Carson Hasler on the mound for the Knights. Squaring the bunt already is Wendell. Here comes the pitch. That one's high. Wendell takes it away, and it's 2-1.
Let's see with 2-1 to keep the bunt on here, allow Wendell to swing away. The only issue when you square to bunt that early, especially with the force-out play at third, if you do go down that first base line, it makes it a fairly easy play for the first baseman to field, throw to third, and get the lead out.
And the third baseman is even with the bag and not tight to the line, so it looks like that's how Reno is trying to play this.
Yeah, we used to call this 13, as in the first baseman would charge because that's the number position that's in the book, and the pitcher would have to cover the third base side of the field. The idea was if they do bunt to the pitcher, we want to go to third and get that lead out.
2-1 the count, nobody out. Hasler delivering. Nope, turns and throws, and the ball gets away. That goes off the glove of the second baseman. Scooting down to third is Torrin Duke. So the force play is now out on the error by the second baseman. And now runners at the corners for the Bascos. And Wendell with a solid RBI opportunity here. 2-1 with nobody out in the bottom half of the fourth. Now, Hasler didn't help himself as that pickoff throw was to the right of the bag. The second baseman had to come back across his body. But it was a catchable pickoff throw.
Absolutely. See if they get that runner at first moving.
Again, looking at bunt. Wendell turns and pulls it back and takes the pitch high and outside. 3-1.
It's an important run standing at third base. Nobody out here in the inning. If you're the Bascos, you want to get that run in at minimum. Cut this to a 3-run lead.
And I think if you're the Knights, it's like taking out any out so you can kind of limit this damage. You don't want them to get another runner on with nobody out. Wendell drops a 3-1 bunt, but it's foul down the right side again. Full count now, and I'm guessing he'll be swinging away.
I've seen a couple of times that teams will still keep the bunt on with 2 strikes, you know.
He's clearly a good bunter in the 9-hole. He's done a really good job of putting it down that right field line, basically right where he wants it. Just hasn't been able to keep it fair. We will see what happens here. Full count, nobody out. Runners at first and third for the Elko Bascos. And the payoff pitch from Hasler on the way and popped up and out of play to the right. Wendell stays alive, 3-2.
It's a good job right there by Wendell, just discarding that really good fastball in the outer third.
Reno scored 4 in the first, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth to plate their 7 runs. Elko has scored 1 in the second and 2 so far here in the fourth for their 3. Nobody out, and Kellen Wendell, the 9-hole hitter, with a full count against Carson Hasler. Hasler from the stretch, delivers, and bounded to second base. Picked up there and throw to first for the out, first of the inning. Duke scores from third, and the Indians now have scored 3 runs in the inning. And a great job there by Wendell.
Very productive at bat there, especially with the runner on the move from first base. A ground ball there to the second baseman gets the job done. Now another run in scoring position. You have a couple more opportunities to try to cut into this deficit even more. 7-3 or 7-4, you feel good about yourself right now, climbing back into it. 7-5, you feel even better.
Center fielder Coy Jones, 1-for-2 on the evening. He was stranded at third back in the third inning himself. First pitch fouled back, 0-1 the count.
This also gives you the opportunity to top your order up with runners on base and see if you can continue to cause havoc.
Aaron Guena, the pitcher, standing at second base. Well, now he's off on a good lead. And Cooper Jones at the plate, trying to cut into a 7-3 lead. Elko has already plated, check that 7-4 lead. Elko has already plated 3 runs in this inning. That pitch outside. 1-1 now on the hitter. Center fielder Coy Jones. Armando Acosta on deck and Adam Romanos in the hole. That pitch, and Jones takes a nice breaking pitch that went outside, or I should say inside out, to put Jones in a 1-2 hole.
It's a very good curveball down at the bottom of the zone. It's a tough pitch to handle, but if you're Jones, if you can stay on that, if you try to serve that one into right field, it's going to be about your best bet. If not, that's a pitch you're going to roll over on. That's a very good pitch on the mound from Hasler.
Jones steps in, then calls time, as the sun is almost to the horizon now. We've seen it affect play as a pickoff throw got past Romanos. That pitch, and they're going to the right field side. A late jump on it, and it's going to drop into right field in front of Gonzalez. Jones rounds second on his way to third. And that's a triple, an RBI triple for Coy Jones. Score it that way because the right fielder, although he got a late jump on it, never got a glove on it, and then it rolled past him. And the light may have affected him as well.
Yeah, that ball was directly in the sun. Talked about taking that breaking ball the other way. Jones does just that, and by being intentional in his approach, he is paid off there.
4 runs plated so far here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 7-5, and Elko has gotten back into this ball game, and there's still only 1 out with a runner at third, Coy Jones, and Armando Acosta, the left fielder, at the plate. Acosta lifts that to right field. Drifting back is Gonzalez. That is going to be deep enough to score the run. An RBI sac fly for Acosta. 5 runs across now, and the Bascos have come all the way back to cut a 6-run deficit to a single run.
It's a great job there by Acosta. That's a great approach. You just lift it in the outfield, get yourself an RBI, bring your team back within 1. You're still not done in the inning. You got your three-hitter up. There's no reason that Romanos can't continue it. If you're the Knights, you kind of feel relieved that you have no runners on base anymore, and you wanted to get this next out, get back to the plate, and try to regain that lead.
Romanos 0 for 1 with a fly to center field. He turns and rips one, but that's foul. 0-1 the count. Monette in the on-deck circle if Romanos reaches with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 5 runs across for the Indians. Check that the Bascos. 7-6 is our score.
Indians, of course, the mascot for the high school here in
Yes, yes, indeed.
So I imagine
I'm a little used to saying that.
I was going to say, imagine if my Rich Rebels were to be, the Rich Royals or something like that. I'd probably mess that up too.
Nice breaking pitch from Hasler. He spins that, and a swing and a miss by Romanos, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole. 2 outs, nobody on for the Bascos as they have battled back to pull within a run, 7-6. Hasler deals, and he grounds it to the shortstop. Up with it is Burton, throws across the diamond and gets the out. Elko with a big 4th inning, 5 runs across the plate on 3 hits. And as we go to the 5th, it is 7-6 in favor of the Knights. We'll be right back here on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament here on MyLocalRadio.com.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hardworking staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Water testing, water development, community enhancement grants, and seedling trees, education programs, and specialty workshops helping to preserve agriculture and natural resources in Uintah County. Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve you. Visit our website today at uintahcountycd.com.
Sam Brown and Aaron Poling back live at Upper Kump Field as we are in the middle innings here of what has turned out to be a great ball game. 7-6, Reno leading Elko here at the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. The Indians erasing a 6-run deficit, pulling to within a single run after plating 5 there in the bottom half of the 4th inning. It'll be Romanos. Or check that, Aaron Guena taking the mound. He's actually pitched fairly well. The Bascos been victimized by 5 defensive errors through 4 innings that have allowed 4 runs to score.
Playing these clean innings, you can really see the difference as that was the first kind of unclean inning that the Reno Knights played in the field. That's when runs typically score, is when teams play clean baseball, they're able to shut them down.
Cohen Planeta, the third baseman for the Knights, takes a strike. He'll be followed by Sawyer Sala and Colin Sala, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Reno here in the top of the 5th inning. Aaron Guena deals, and that one, a curveball that looks like slipped out of his hand, forced Planeta to duck under it, even in the count at 1-1. Elko trying to earn their second win of the day. Reno trying to take the momentum they built in a close 1-run loss in the game just prior to this to Baker City and turn that into a win.
If you're the Knights, though, no need to panic. You gave up the lead, but you saw on the other side that you're very capable of still winning this game.
2-1 pitch is off the hands of Planeta and fouled down the right field line. 2-2 now.
And when you spot yourself a big lead like that, you do give yourself the opportunity to make some mistakes and still hold the lead. But now the margin for error for both teams is really tight. You got to play clean baseball the rest of the way.
Great learning opportunities for both squads as Aaron Guena delivers. A 2-2 pitch is into right field and diving. He can't come up with it. Krantz knocked it down, though, and a good job by Monette going out there for the assist. He's able to pick it up and keep that to a bloop single. Krantz comes up a little slowly as he dove in. He might have rolled over on that left wrist as he dove trying to catch that ball. Solid single, we'll call it a laser single after today, by the leadoff hitter Planeta.
Hey, it's always a laser in the books.
So second batter of the inning, Sawyer Sala, number 5 hitter and the first baseman for the Knights. He drew a walk and scored back in the first inning and singled and was erased at third base back in the third. First pitch to Sala is outside. Breaking ball misses. 1-0 on the pitch from Aaron Guena.
Important top half of the fifth here. If you're the Bascos, you want to get back in the dugout, get back to the bat rack, continue that momentum. You want to scratch one out if you're the Knights.
Pitch painted on the outside corner. Nice delivery there to even the count at 1-1 by Aaron Guena. He's done a really good job, I think, of finding his spots throughout. Let's see if he can get a ground ball here and maybe turn 2 again. Middle of the Bascos infield has been pretty solid. Pitch out, and that is bounced to second base. Coming up with it and throwing to second for 1 out is Monette. Kidwell's relay to first, not in time, but that is the first out of the inning as Planeta is erased. 4-6.
It's a great job there by Monette turning and cutting down that lead runner. I didn't think there was going to be a play at second. I thought he was just routinely going to first to get that out. Instead, cuts down that lead runner now instead of runner on second in scoring position where a base hit scores. You still have to collect a couple hits.
It's a more difficult play than you think because you're moving to your left and then you have to turn and fire across your body. Great execution there, and they keep the double play in play by keeping the runner at first. It's Sawyer Sala at first off the fielder's choice, and Colin Sala, the number 6 hitter, playing left field, stepping to the plate. The right-handed hitter wearing number 2. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out 6-3 back in the first. Oh, check that. He also singled back in the third. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 to Sala. Decent lead by Sawyer Sala over at first. A swing and a lofted fly ball back a second base, and Kidwell deferred. Coming up with it, and Acosta able to save it. That's a tough one there, I'm just going to say the communication could have been a little better on that one because I think the center fielder, Jones, thought that Kidwell had it. Kidwell at the last second stopped going for it, and Jones didn't have that extra gear to make up that difference as the ball drops in for a single.
So you have to go until you are called off, which is a tough thing to do because you don't want to collide with your center fielder coming full speed.
2 on now, and the batter is Vince Drakulich, the DH.
But that is the center fielder's ball if he can get there. If he's unable to get there, you have to let the shortstop know. I mean, it's hard. You don't want to yell, you, because then the shortstop hears you, and then he hear that. Instead, maybe yelling help out there can let him know if you can't get there. The shortstop, if you can get to it, has to get to it.
0-1 with 1 away, and a big looping breaking ball from Aaron Guena misses outside. 1-1 now on Vince Drakulich. He singled in the first and grounded out 6-3 in the second. That pitch is going to be outside. Good job by Wendell tracking it down and being ready to throw. 2-1 now. 7-6, Reno leading Elko here in the top of the 5th inning. Elko pulling within a run with 5 in the bottom half of the 4th. Reno threatening, though, with 2 on, with 1 away here and the bottom half of the order at the plate. A short swing there by Drakulich. Picks up his second strike. 2-2 now, the count. On the DH, wearing number 35 and batting from the right-hand side. Colin Sala at first, Sawyer Sala at second. And Aaron Guena steps off the mound. Out of the stretch, Aaron Guena checks second, comes to the plate, and that's going to be a solid single to right field. Coming up with it is Krantz. And a throw hits the cutoff man. Bases full of Knights on the single by Drakulich. Nice piece of hitting there as he just went with what was given him. Back-to-back hits now for the Knights. And it's Branson Etmeyer coming to the plate with a chance to pad this 1-run lead for the Knights.
We're going to get a pitching change here.
So they're going to bring in Armando Acosta, all 5'2" of him. He threw last night in the loss to Evanston. He's got deceptive speed and deceptive action. And with this pitching change, we're going to take a quick break. You're tuned to the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament here on mylocalradio.com. We'll be back in just a moment.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to Upper Kump Field. 7-6 our score. Reno on top of Elko here at the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. And with the pitching change, Armando Acosta is going to come in from left field. It's a straight position switch. Actually, it's more like a blend, if you will, as Acosta takes the hill. It'll be Ethan Krantz moving from right to left field and maintaining his spot in the batting order as well. And Cooper Aranguena will leave the pitching mound and head out to play right field. 2-2 is the count right now. Or no, check that, it is not. It's first pitch coming up for Brunson Entmeyer. Here comes the pitch. A nice fastball and a swing and a miss by Entmeyer, 0-1.
I've seen that happen before with 2 strikes. They bring a new pitcher, and that's a tough at-bat. It's almost unfair.
0-1 pitch on the way, and that one almost gets away, and it's behind Wendell. Good communication there, though, from the bench and also from the field. Helps Wendell locate that quickly and keep the runner at third base. 1-1 now is the count on Entmeyer. Wendell's going to head out and have a quick conversation with Acosta. Maybe remind him that the more important thing here is throw strikes. a couple of extra miles an hour on your fastball is only going to lead to free runs.
Yeah, you're a pitch away if you're Acosta. Get that ground ball. Good old-fashioned 4-6, 3-6, 4-3 could really help you out here.
From the windup, a swing and a miss. Another fastball. That one was high and outside. Entmeyer chased it, and he's down 1-2.
Well,
good location there.
You can use your other pitches to set that up again, as Entmeyer's shown that he will chase that. You can either go here or you can go breaking ball low. If you don't get the out, go right back to that fastball high.
Costa comes, and there's that breaking ball, but it broke just a little bit too low. Bounced in the dirt in front of the dish. 2-2. Not a bad pitch, though.
No, if you can start that fastball here at about the letters, it's going to be a pitch that's in the same tunnel as that curveball he just threw. It's going to be real tough to lay off.
Acosta deals and fouled back.
It's a great job there at the plate from Entmeyer as he's able to knock that one out of play. It was a good fastball down at the knees.
Drakulich at first, Colin Sala at second, Sawyer Sala at third, as the Knights try to extend a 7-6 lead here with one out in the top of the fifth. Pitch inside, whoo, just off the plate. And a full count now for Brunson Entmeyer.
If you're Costa now, whatever pitch you have the most confidence in, you got to go to it here. 3-2 with, bases loaded. Not an enviable situation.
Pitch coming right down the pipe. Hit into left field. Tracking it is Krantz. Tagging at third is Sala. The throw is going to come wide of home and get away from Wendell. You got to hit the cutoff man in that case, and the Bascos did not. And they do get the out. That is out number 2 as Entmeyer drives in a run with the sac fly, and then a second run scores. No, check that. It's not a second run, just the one.
I'd like to just throw it straight to third base. You have a player backing up there, but you're not going to throw that runner out from home. As that's a pretty good fly ball, as that was pretty deep. It would have taken a Herculean effort to make that throw out at home. So just go ahead and let that one go to third. Keep everyone at their respected spots.
Andres Gonzalez, the right fielder for the Knights, at the plate, with Reno adding a run and advancing to an 8-6 lead here. Acosta's first pitch a strike, second pitch on the way, dribbled back to the pitcher, fields it cleanly, throws to first, and the Bascos are out of the inning, but not before the Knights scratch across another run. 8-6 our lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning here on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament on mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Travis Monette, Carter Kidwell, and Ethan Krantz to lead things off for the Elko Bascos as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Sam Brown and Aaron Poling here with this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament, the second iteration, and it's been a fun one. Elko pulling to within a run there in the bottom of the fourth, and Reno scratching out an insurance run on a couple of hits, and a great small ball, a sac fly to bring home that run as the Knights have that two-run cushion. Still on the bump is Carson Hasler. He's had a couple of good, strong innings despite the fact that he was touched for 5 runs there in the 4th inning.
Yeah, and this is an important inning, too. You get that insurance run. Now you have a little bit more breathing room. You want to come in, shut them down, get your team back to the plate. As of note, this game 6:19. The cutoff time to not start a new inning is 8:34, as we're kind of approaching that pretty quickly as we're less than. I was going to try to do math. I'm not going to do math.
About a half an hour.
About a half hour. Yeah.
It's
there we
good
go.
to round.
Let's
It's good to
estimate.
round.
I'm good at estimating.
There you go. See? Monette 0 for 2 on the evening.
I estimate if I would have tried to do that math, I would have gotten it wrong.
The Basco's second baseman looking at the delivery from Haslam. Takes a big swing at a pitch right down the middle, 0-1 as he comes up short. Monette has more than made up for his lack of offense so far this evening with good defense. Another big swing on a pitch that is a little bit on the outside part of the plate. Monette a little late in making that decision, and now the lights are on as it's starting to turn into a lovely midsummer's evening. 0-2 pitch to Travis Monette, and he bounds that right off the end of the bat. Back to the pitcher, 1-3. The out is recorded, 1 away, and Carter Kidwell to the plate for Elko.
It's a good job there by Castle on the mound. It should make that Hassler on the mound because I looked the wrong.
Carson Hassler.
Yeah, I kind of combined the two.
I'd do it.
But it's a good job getting that first out as the complexity of an inning is completely different when that first runner gets on. You still got three outs to play with to move that runner around. Now, you got to get on base and you got to move them around. You only have 2 outs to do it in the inning.
Kidwell 1 for 2 on the evening with a run scored, and now he is on base for the second time as he wears that one right on the 6 in the middle of his back. Hit by pitch there, and with 1 away, the Bascos have a runner on. Tying run to the plate now in the person of Ethan Krantz. Krantz drew a walk in the last inning. He has reached base twice. He doubled and scored back in the second inning.
It's kind of the catalyst to get this Elko Basque offense woke up was that double.
Indeed it was. That was he scored the second of 5 runs, and that one, that looked like it was destined to go right in the middle of Ethan Krantz's back as well. Instead, it's a ball, a 1-0. 1 away and 1 on for the Bascos. Big rip, fouled back to the backstop, 1-1 now. Kidwell at first. Krantz at the plate. Torrin Duke on deck for Elko. With the Bascos down to the Knights, 8-6 here in the nightcap of day 2. Pitch on the way, breaking pitch, didn't quite bite enough, 2-1.
2-1 count here for Krantz, looking for a pitch that you like in this exact spot. Most likely a fastball, probably about middle. That's what he did last time when he got the double in a 2-0 count.
Good lead by Kidwell. Krantz eyes, Hasler delivers, now I did it. Hasler delivers, and that one goes high, 3-1.
Sam, if you've been around me enough, the one thing you should learn is don't follow my lead.
That's not true. You do a great job. I've learned a lot from you guys in just 2 days.
I mean, you've learned a lot from Dan.
We'll talk more. 3-1 pitch and ripped into the hole between third and short. Krantz with his second hit of the night, and the Bascos are in business. Runners at first and second, 1 away, and Torrin Duke coming to the plate. Duke, the 7-hitter for the Bascos. He's walked and reached on an error and scored.
Number 10, Torrin Duke.
All of a sudden now that tying run standing 270 feet away at first base.
You're mathing.
I can do baseball math.
Okay,
it's counting to 3, and that's 4 numbers to remember.
1 away and 2 on. Torrin Duke, third baseman for the Bascos. Stands in against Hasler. Hasler with just 1 away here in the inning. Trying to get an out. That one's low and outside, 1-0. And the Bascos dugout coming to life. That's something I love about baseball chatter, man. It can't get quite as colorful as it did when I was a kid. But it's still fun to hear what they come up with. Hasler steps off the mound, fakes the throw to second. Kidwell back in time. Count remains 1-0 with one away. Krantz at first, Kidwell at second. Duke takes a big swing and comes up empty, 1-1.
It's a good cut on a 1-0 pitch. I mean, trying to do a little more damage than just drive that run in at second. I mean, extra base hit here for the Bascos would be huge. That runner at first, that's a tying run. It's a good time to take that big 1-0 hack.
Now you got to get serious about making contact. With a 1-1 count, pitch is on the way, breaking pitch. He lifts it in to right field, charging in, second baseman makes the catch. And a great job. I got to give kudos there to the second baseman of the Knights as he records the second out. Pike Adrian, as he got turned around. He didn't catch it over the shoulder. He got turned around so that he could face, the field. And that definitely made it impossible for Kidwell to advance. So now 2 away as Duke flies out to second. And it's up to Cooper Aranguena. Aranguena singled and scored a run back in the 4th inning. He's reached base twice. First pitch to Aranguena is a ball, 1-0. 2 on, Kidwell at second, Krantz at first. Bascos don't want to leave these two on the bags. Kidwell, straight steal at third. That's a low throw, and he's under the tag. That was a close play at third. But right there to make the call is the base umpire. The pitch was a strike to Cooper Aranguena as he was taking all the way. A little odd, though, that you send a runner like that with a left-handed batter up. You got a clear throw down to third, but Kidwell able to make the straight steal, and on the steal, Krantz goes to second.
It's a risky proposition there, but what it does do is now it brings that tying run over to second base.
So now runners at second and third.
They're going to talk this over. Can't imagine the home plate umpire is going to overturn the call.
Is that an appeal there?
And this is something that umpires really don't do, is you're not going to come out from behind the plate and overturn a tag play like that on the field umpire. There is times where the home plate umpire can help out if the first baseman comes off the base on a force play at first, but it's not real likely that a home plate umpire is going to call a kid out stealing.
Aranguena, who had a RBI back in the 4th, a big RBI opportunity here. Takes that pitch high, 2-1. 8-6 our score. Reno leading Elko here in the bottom half of the 5th inning with 2 away.
If you're Krantz on second base, you want to get as big as a lead as they'll allow you. No one's holding you on, so feel free to get a couple more steps off and get a really good secondary.
Pitch on the inside as Hasler hit the spot. Antmeyer set him up inside, and now it's 2-2.
And when you stand right on the plate, that is the risk there with Aranguena, is that pitch is under your hands, as he kind of has his hands about maybe an inch off the inside corner.
Late time call. Aranguena signaled for it for a while, but Blue didn't see it. Granted at the last second, and that's one where it looked like Hasler had the opportunity to come to the plate.
Tyler Alexander would have thrown it to the top of the backstop. That's a callback.
2-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball outside. Nice job framing that, but it was on the outside. The Reno fans, you can hear them up here in the Union Wireless broadcast booth saying that was strike 3, but instead on the field, that's ball 3. Yeah. So a full count now with 2 away on Cooper Aranguena.
You got to be careful as parents. You don't want to make the home plate umpire mad. Not that it's human nature, but not that he's going to squeeze him on purpose, but it's one of those things. If you're not going to put the uniform on, don't sit behind the backstop and complain the entire time.
Full count pitch on the way. Swing and fouled off. Aranguena stays alive as that squirts off to the left over the backstop.
It's a great job. Just kind of the, this at-bat with the tying run at second, the way it's gone, battling all the way back to 3-2. This has been a pretty good at-bat between Hasler and Aranguena.
Two-run ball game, 8-6. Reno trying to hold on here in the bottom of the 5th. Payoff pitch. Strike 3! Called at the knees on the breaking ball, and Aaron Guena strands 2. What a great pitch by Hasler. And it is Reno that goes to the 6th with a 2-run lead, 8-6. Thanks for joining us here for the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament on My Local Radio, brought to you by First Bank of Wyoming. We'll be right back with 6th inning action.
Explore Logan, Utah. We've got so much awesomeness, I don't know where to begin. Your hotel is only 10 minutes from the gorgeous National Forest for hiking and biking, birdwatching, and wildflower spying. Logan is Utah's heart of the arts, with more than 253 live professional performances this summer and free concerts every weekday. Catch the Garter's Market and tons of festivals and fun. Head to Logan. You won't break the bank on less than a tank. ExploreLogan.com.
Hiking in the summer, hunting in the fall, and sledding in the winter are a vital part of living in Lyman, Wyoming. Visiting the historic Heritage Park with its splash pad and updated playground are a must for summertime activities. Visit the new Frisbee Golf Course and make new memories with your family and friends. The town of Lyman is a quiet, peaceful place with some of the best residents in the state. Stop in today and make some new friends and memories that will last forever.
Reno steps up and snuffs out an Elko scoring opportunity as the Bascos strand 2 in scoring position. As we head to the top of the 6th, it's 8-6 Knights. And Reno sends the top of their order to the plate in Bodie Kellers, Dean Burton, and Pike Adrian. Kellers is 0 for 2, reaching on an error, reaching in the 4th on a base on balls, and scoring twice to help fuel the Reno offense.
That last at bat in the bottom half of the 5th, situation of the game, you got to be, you might think that it's a ball off the plate, but that was a really close pitch. The onus is on the hitter to try to get rid of that or try to put it in play. I mean, it's a tough thing, but I've always been taught growing up, never leave it in the umpire's hands just because
good point.
You don't want to have it get rung up in that situation.
Acosta, in for his 2nd inning of work, delivers a strike on the first pitch to Kellers. 0-1 the count. That pitch outside, even the count at 1-1.
Because ultimately, the only decision on if it's a ball or a strike that matters is the gentleman standing behind the plate in the blue.
Yeah, right. You can argue, complain from the stands, whatever. That's not how it's recorded in the book. Beautiful fastball on the outside corner by Acosta. 1-2 now on the Knight center fielder, Bodie Kellers. 1-2 pitch on the way. Out of the windup, Acosta delivers outside, 2-2.
It's a big half inning for the Bascos. You nearly were able to tie it. You were a base hit away. Now you got to keep it right here. For one, we're running into the time limit. And 2, it's an easier comeback.
2-2 pitch fouled off. Out of play by Kellers. Staying alive. 2-2. A little bit of a breeze as Old Glory there out at center field is lazily waving. And speaking of waving, Kellers waves at one and drops a single into left field. And then Krantz overran it. That might be 2. Throw into second. Safe. And that was a good piece of base running there on a bit of a fielding gaffe, as Krantz knew he wasn't going to catch it, but somehow misjudged how far it was going to fly. It landed basically right next to him and just rolled past him to allow the 2 base.
You know what part of it is he was in right field for most of this game, comes back to left field as that ball tails a little bit more away from you, as I believe that was. As that ball was kind of tailing away from him. The ball flies differently on each side of the field.
Good point. Give Kellers a double on that one to lead things off here, and Reno in business with a 8-6 lead here in the top half of the 6th inning. Acosta now out of the stretch and fakes the throw behind the runner as Kidwell is covering from shortstop. At the plate is Dean Burton, the Knights shortstop. 0 for 2, but a run scored as he has reached on errors twice. That's a pop-up, and almost getting there was Wendell.
Tremendous effort.
Oh, wow, yeah, that just hung in the air over to the left side.
As with all that gear on, he took off sprinting as fast as he could. And you kind of show the importance of that play. If he's able to catch the popped-up bunt, and suddenly the sacrifice is off. Now it's runner on second with one out versus runner on third with one out if they're able to lay the bunt down.
Burton stands back in with an 0-1 count. See if the Knights are going to try and lay that bunt down again. Runner in on the, or I should say fielder in on the grass at third in the presence of Duke. Pitch comes and slapping it to second.
What a play.
Snagged by Monette to keep the runner at second. That was tailing away from him. A much tougher play than you might have gathered, and especially here in the failing light as well. But Monette records the first out on a nice line out by Burton.
It's pretty good base running by Kellers, too, understanding that the shortstop vacated where that ball was. As he was about halfway down the line, there's no one there to cover the bag. So if that ball is not caught, you can either advance, or if it gets through into the outfield, you can probably score.
Pike Adrian at the plate, and the first pitch is wide, and the runner advances to third anyway. So instead of it being a sacrifice, now it's a wild pitch. And another insurance run is just 90 feet away.
It's also got to be a helpless feeling if you're the third baseman and the first baseman charging and he swings as you're about 25 feet away. If it's coming directly at you, you got to be quick.
Basco's bringing the infield in to try and cut off that run. And second pitch is out of the zone, 2-0 now. On the number 3 hitter, second baseman Pike Adrian. Armando Acosta on the hill. From the stretch, comes to the plate, throws a fastball that goes right to the third baseman, Duke. Up with it, double pumps, throws it hard to first, gets the out for number 2. Oh, they called him safe?
They said he's off the bag. So what happened there is Romanos was playing really in on the grass.
Got it.
As I think manager of the Bascos, Jeremy Etchemendy, is going to go talk to the field umpire, see if he can get an appeal, see if the home plate umpire saw anything different. But because that Romanos wasn't there, he had to run back to the bag. Duke had to pump fake a couple times.
Which is why he held his, because he knew he wasn't there. That makes sense. Etch is getting the explanation. I don't think he's going to be happy with it because I don't see a reversal.
So Romanos was pretty adamant that he was on the bag, at least when he looked back. Obviously, we can't tell what he said, but his body language, either he's trying to sell it, which, you know, without instant replay is a good thing that you can do. Body language when something bad does happen is important.
You score that as an error, right? E3 on that case because he didn't get to the bag. I'm asking.
I believe so.
That's what I thought. You got to be there. No. Fair enough. So runners at the corners now on that tough play on the ground ball by Adrian. And now the cleanup hitter, Cohen Planeta, third baseman for Reno, will come up.
At least you could do is maybe see if you can get an appeal out of it, but didn't look like we were going to get an appeal.
Well, now you shake it off and focus. Next batter, right?
You're still a pitch away.
Exactly. You get a ground ball of that ilk, and you got a good shot at a double play. One down. 2 on, and Planeta at the plate, the right-handed cleanup hitter. Pops that straight up. That does not look like it's going to get out of the infield. Monette squeezes it at second, and there are 2 away.
And that is why you continue to play the game right there. If you sit and you worry about what happened the last pitch, you know, maybe you groove one down the middle. Instead, you make a really good pitch, and now suddenly you're 1 out away of getting out of this jam and getting your team the opportunity to get back to the dugout and get some hits as we are approaching 8:28 right now on the clock.
Sawyer Sala, 1 for 3, a single, 2 runs scored, and he's got a chance to pad this Reno lead. 8-6 Knights, top 6 with 2 away. Runners at first and second for Reno. Mondo, I said second. Yeah, thank you for correcting that. Yeah, first and third.
Coach Etchemendy came out and stopped the play as Romanos was playing behind the runner. You still want to hold this runner on. You don't want that runner getting a scoring position just in case.
Strike thrown by Acosta, and that's a good job by Armando as he is just dealing to what he can control, and that's the batter right in front of him. 0-1 the count.
Showing a lot of good poise. Things have kind of gone awry here in the inning, but still 1 out away.
And most importantly, as that ball is nubbed to the pitcher, Acosta picks it up, and Romanos picks his foot up and stomps on first as a bit of a statement to make sure.
I got to be careful, though.
Yeah, yes, but he clearly did that. And recording the third out, and most importantly for the Bascos, no runs come across. So we head to the bottom half of the sixth. 8-6 is our score. Reno leading Elko here on Day 2 of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament on mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Using the old-fashioned country tradition of barn building, Martin Sheds uses the time-honored construction techniques handed down from generation to generation. For quality, care, and attention to detail, contact Martin Sheds at 307-679-8187 to get a quote today.
Bottom 6 in what could be the final at bat for the Elko Bascos. They will send, Kellen Wendell, Coy Jones, and Armando Acosta to the plate as they trail the Reno Knights 8-6. Sam Brown, Aaron Poling. I don't know why I said Keller. Oh, because I was looking at Hasler. I'm just going to make names up, Bob. It's all good.
It's all right.
Aaron Poling and Sam Brown. We'll let you decide who's who.
You can call me Ron Poe, Ron Ling.
Just don't call me late for dinner, right?
Absolutely. I'll never be late for dinner.
Bascos need to plate 2 to tie, 3 to win, assuming, of course, because of the time limit of 2 hours and 15 minutes, that we'll cut this off here in the 6th. We're going to get really close. Game started at
6:19.
6:19.
8:34.
So we are 4 minutes away
from
heading to the 7th.
It does say in the bylaws that tournament officials will do everything they can to get full games in, and there is no game after this.
I was going to say it is the late. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. Wendell, the 9 hitter, steps in and takes a pitch high from Carson Hasler, who has done a whale of a job coming in relief. He has given up 5 of Elko's 6 runs, but he has not given up the tying or lead runs. So that's what you want in your pitcher. 1-0 the count on Kellen Wendell. Pitch breaks in. Nice movement there, and Wendell now even at 1-1 as he takes that pitch.
He kind of got thrown in a relief role. You're not starting. You're not expecting to come in the 3rd inning the way he did. He's done a tremendous job just coming in and being a bulldog on the mound, continuing to grind for his guys.
1-1 pitch on the way. Hasler delivers. That one's low. 2-1.
It's a good take there from Wendell as a curveball, starts on the plate, breaks off the plate as he's able to take it.
So how does it feel to be here for a really good game?
I appreciate it. We've had some good games, different types of games
that
we've had so far. We haven't had one that's come down to the wire like this with me on the microphone. Last game did, though.
That pitch could not quite catch the outside part of the plate. 3-1 now on the leadoff hitter in the inning, Kellen Wendell. Wendell 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts.
Of course, that's not a knock on any of the teams that have played in the prior games. It's just sometimes a game gets away from you in the late innings. And we've seen that quite a bit. Close games until the late innings, and one team just runs away with it.
3-1 pitch. High and tight, and Wendell draws a leadoff walk.
It's a great at-bat. It's exactly what you need from your last hitter.
So now top of the order for the Bascos in Coy Jones, the Vasco's center fielder, and we've got a courtesy runner for the catcher, Kellen Wendell. Cooper Deely will take first as he's going to courtesy run. And Jones, who tripled and scored, he drove in 2 runs, I believe, with his last at bat. Back in the 4th inning. Jones, a right-hander, stands in. And that first pitch is inside. 1-0.
I'm Cooper Jones at the plate. You are the game-tying run. The most important place for you to be is on base. And you got to get on any way possible after a 5-pitch walk. You know, not that you're going to make him throw a strike, but the only way you're swinging at this pitch is if it's a perfect spot where you want to hit it.
Deely took a big 3-step lead out there, and Haslam said, no, I'm going to throw over and make sure that you are not leaning too far towards second.
Ultimately, that run is just a number. If you're Jones, if you can drop a bunt, the third baseman's playing deep. If you can bunt down that line, that'd be...
Or you could wear that one as he had to duck under that curveball or that fastball that got away from Hasler. 2-0.
No, if you're comfortable. As Armando Acosta's going to talk to him.
He might be telling him, hey, big guy, drop it.
Well, because then you get your 2 hole hitters, a pretty good bunter. If he gets on base, you bunt him over. Now suddenly your 3 and 4 hitters, who are respectively 2 of your better hitters, got 2 runs in scoring position, game-tying run.
Yep, I see what you did there.
It's not a bad ploy. I mean, if you're comfortable doing that, if you're not comfortable, then obviously don't. But I think 2-0 he's probably taking right here unless it's right down the middle.
2-0 to Jones. He loops it deep to third, up with it, throws across, and did not get it. Jones beats out the infield single. Coming up with it and throwing it hard across was Planeta, but he was a half a step short, and the first 2 runners now reach for the Bascos.
In effect, that's kind of what happened, except more of a swinging bunt. And it's good hustle by Jones to beat it out.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. That it did exactly what a bunt would do. That slow bounding roller to third, just enough to get him on base. Now Acosta at the plate with 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Hasler steps off.
And go over defensive play. If you're Acosta at the plate, I mean, he's getting rid of the sliding glove. I don't think he should have done that. That might show that he's preparing to sacrifice bunt if he doesn't need that, or he doesn't want to run with it.
Defense in at the corners. First pitch on the way. And
he showed his hand a bit there.
Yep. Diving back in.
And, you know, he could be fake bunting. Torrey Hunter used to do that all the time with the Tigers. If a pitcher would pick off, he'd always square to bunt. Show like he's bunting.
First pitch to Acosta. Shows the bunt. And fouls it back to the screen. 0-1.
For Acosta, he's got to bunt this one down the third baseline. First baseman's charging like a madman. And with his speed, if he does get it down that third baseline, it's not a guaranteed out.
Great baseball here in the nightcap of the 2024 Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. And a quick timeout as we're going to get a mound visit by the Knights. 8-6 our score. Reno on top, trying to hold off the Bascos here in the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Like this right here, make sure your defense is on the same page. The last thing you want is, you know, your first baseman and your third baseman both charging, and now suddenly you don't have anywhere to go for the out. This is a good mound visit, I believe, by the Reno Knights.
Nope, definitely. Good timeout. Good teaching moment. You know, sometimes you think about wins and losses, and it's more about coaches teaching kids, you know, situational sports, and in this case, situational baseball. And by making sure the kids learn that, whether it comes to fruition or not on the field, it's just a great instructional opportunity. Love to see that.
Speaking of situational baseball, on this day in 1907, Branch Rickey, ever heard of him? Catcher for the New York Yankees, watched 12 Washington players steal safely in a 16-5 Senators win.
There's a reason why I think of Branch Rickey
as a scout and not a catcher.
Yeah, exactly. And a GM kind of guy, but yeah, I think he did a little better with a guy named Robinson. 0-1 pitch coming for Acosta, who's turning, and now they're throwing back to second and diving back in.
I think they try to set up a wheel play there. As you get the illusion that no one's guarding or covering the bag as the shortstop takes off running to third and the second baseman sneaks in. they're pretty much selling out right now to go to third to get that lead out, as the second baseman won't be able to get over to first in time to cover.
Dealey at second, Jones at first for the Bascos, and the Bascos are excited because they think they're in Hasler's head. You know, Hasler's worrying more about the runner than the guy at the plate.
But he should, though. I mean, I think Hasler's doing the right thing, and
agreed.
You know, making this not an easy pitch to bunt.
Coming to the plate and roping it into left field is Acosta. He pulls back and one run will score. Heading for third is Jones. He's going to round. Coming to the plate. The throw is not in time, and the Bascos have tied it at 8. A 2-run double by Armando Acosta to bring the Bascos even at 8.
Butcher boy right there. You square the bunt, fake the bunt, you pull back, swing the bat, drop it down that third base line. Suddenly it's a tie game. Go ahead run standing at second base. Great job there by Acosta. Now you have 3 opportunities for that go ahead run at third with your 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. If you're the Bascos, if you would have told them at the beginning of the game when they fell behind real early that, hey, in the 6th inning, it's going to be tied at 8, and you're going to have your 3, 4, 5 hitters with a runner at second base, they'll take that probably every single time.
From 7-1 to 8-8, the Bascos have come all the way back and have a chance to take the lead. Looper down the right field line, drops just inside the line. Acosta rounding third, on his way home, and he will score. Bascos take the lead.
What are we doing?
9-8. I think the Bascos know what the time is, and I think that's exactly it.
Final score, Reno.
Armando Acosta with a 2-run double and then scoring the winning run on the RBI single by Adam Romanos. 9-8 is the final as the Elko Bascos come all the way back from a 7-1 deficit to take a thriller in the nightcap of Day 2 of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament here at Upper Kump Field. Thank you so much for joining us here on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of the Basque Wood Bat Tournament here on mylocalradio.com. We're going to take a quick timeout and come back and wrap things up from Upper Kump Field. Again, the Elko Bascos 9 and the Reno Knights 8. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
At Black's Fork Dental, we're not just a dental office, we're a family. We believe in inspiring lasting smiles, and that means welcoming patients of all ages. From the littlest smiles to the wisest grins, our team is here to provide gentle and caring dental care for your entire family. Our warm and friendly atmosphere will make you and your kids feel right at home, ensuring every visit is a positive one. At our office, we use the latest technology to provide top-notch care for your family's dental needs, from x-rays to crowns, clear correct to implants, or even dentures. Black's Fork Dental, where advanced technology meets compassionate care. Join our dental family today by scheduling at blacksforkdental.com.
It's lunchtime, and I'm stuck at the office.
Jackalope. The big game is on. I can't miss it just to pick up groceries.
Jackalope.
Mom, I need supplies for my school project.
Jackalope.
Doing the hopping for your shopping. Jackalope Delivery. 307-679-7174.
Jackalope.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Distracted driving is dangerous, but some people just can't seem to help themselves. There's the steering wheel propper, the sneak-a-peeker, the fast scroller, the night-lighter. And it's not long until they become the fender-bender-er, the got-a-ticketer, the veering off the road, the driver who kills someone. Enough with the phones already. Just put them down.
Growing up is all about having your independence, and Y-High is here to help you gain real financial freedom with a Y-High Independence Account. With an emphasis on education, growth, and experience, the Y-High Independence Account prepares you to handle your own finances, so you're ready for what life throws your way. We're talking no parent or legal guardian required on your account, no risk of collections or negative reporting, and no overdraft fees. Find your independence with a Y-High Independence Account today.
Sell or buy your home with a realtor you can trust. At Cowboy State Realty, we are dedicated to helping you with all your real estate needs. At Cowboy State Realty, we are working for you. Call us at 307-200-4332 to schedule an appointment today.
At Reese Auto Service in Lyman, you will find highly skilled mechanics who will get the job done right the first time. They work on anything from light line jobs of tire alignments, suspension work, and oil changes to heavy line jobs of engine replacement, differentials, and all powertrain components. Make sure all your recreational vehicles are working at top speed by getting them checked at Reese Auto Service in Lyman so your time having fun doesn't end early. Reese Auto Service, 541 State Highway 413, Lyman.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back to the Elko Basque Woodbat Tournament. The final game just concluding. Elko rallying from 7-1 down to defeat Reno by a score of 9-8. Reno took a 7-1 lead through 4 innings. The Knights with 4 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. Elko rallying with 1 in the second, 5 in a big fourth inning, and 3 runs in the sixth as the game was ended by an agreed time limit. Thanks again to Jimmy John's for this freaky fast recap. 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast meets fresh. The Bascos plating 3 runs in the sixth without recording an out. It was Wendell drawing a walk and scoring on Coy Jones' single, or check that. Coy Jones then adding a single. Armando Acosta, a 2-run double to tie it, and Acosta, the pitcher, coming home on Adam Romanos' RBI single to end it. Acosta picking up the win in relief and handing the loss to the Knights and relief pitcher Carson Hasler. Thanks again to Jimmy John's for sponsoring the Freaky Fast recap. We'll take one more time out and wrap things up here from Upper Kump Field in Elko, Nevada, where the Bascos of Elko rally past Reno by a score of 9-8. We'll be right back here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Serving the Bridger Valley since 1987, Bridger Valley Motors are your engine repair experts. Along with engine repair, Bridger Valley Motors offers towing services, tire alignments, brake repairs, and more. Visit Bridger Valley Motor at 217 North Main Street in Lyman.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to Upper Kump Field. Elko defeats Reno in the final game of Day 2 of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament here on mylocalradio.com. Now it's time for the Dr. McKay Frankum Precision Play of the Game. Dr. McKay Frankum, Precision Family Dentistry. And with me, of course, is my man Aaron Poling. I'm Sam Brown, and let's talk quickly about that play. Aaron, we talked a little bit about it, and we agreed on it, and the play of the game brought to you by McKay Frankum Precision Dentistry is?
I believe we came to Armando Acosta's 2-run double that got the runner in scoring position and tied the game. Of course, close runner-up is the game-winning walk-off hit for Romanos the next at-bat, but we're going to give it to Acosta just because that play right there, without him doubling, we're still playing ball.
Yep, absolutely. And I think we have to give him credit, too, because he walked up there, I think, with the mindset, I'm laying down a sack bunt. The Knights took that away, and what did Acosta do? He come up and delivered a precision hit ball right down the left field line to score 2.
Just like it's called.
Next up, we're going to talk about the Pepsi Player of the Game, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. Everything's better with Pepsi. So who was better today, Aaron?
And we agreed on Coy Jones. 3 hits from the leadoff spot, scored a couple of runs as well, as he was the catalyst for this one, going 3 for 4. 2 runs and 2 RBIs, as he was huge for the Bascos in their comeback.
So congratulations to the Bascos. 2 wins today. The hard luck losses by Reno. A young team, a fun team. They lost 2 games today back-to-back by a total of 2 runs. And so good things ahead for Reno and that program. Again, a very young team, but kudos again to
absolutely.
To Elko.
This is a B-level team. This is a B-level team playing with a senior-level team. This is why a team like Reno comes to this tournament, to get a challenge. And, there's some tough luck lessons in a couple of those games. Those 2 games are polar opposites. You were behind, fought back, nearly won it. This time you were ahead, ended up losing in that way. But for the Knights, this is why you come to these tournaments. This is going to do wonders for those kids. They're going to turn around. They're going to play some kids at 15U that are going to make some mistakes and maybe won't be able to lock in the way the Bascos did. And they're going to pay dividends for them, as those 2 losses, they sting. But it is summer ball, and it is the reason why you come out and play these games. It's going to make these players much better as they progress through their high school and other careers.
And kudos, of course, to the winning team, the Bascos, for never giving up
Absolutely.
as well. Trailing 7-1, battling back, getting a big inning, and then getting big hits at crunch time there in the bottom half of the inning to get the walk-off win. So, again, congratulations, Coy Jones, the Pepsi Player of the Game. That'll do it for Day 2 of the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament. The Elko Bascos closing things off. Don't go anywhere. If you love baseball and if you're listening right now or watching right now, you obviously do. We got 2 more days of this action.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m., we will have the Worcester versus Baker City, Oregon game right here on mylocalradio.com. And over the hill, I believe, Aaron, you're going to have some games with the Evanston Outlaws. Which games are those?
So we'll have Evanston at 12:30 and Evanston at 3 o'clock as they'll take on these Reno Knights, as well as Spring Creek, as it's going to be a doubleheader over in Spring Creek. I will be calling that one. Dan will be by himself for, I believe, the first two games.
I'll be down here and working with Dan Hubbard for the Pocatello versus Mountain Home game at 3 and the Baker City versus Elko at 5:30. Dan will be all by himself at 10 a.m. as Worcester takes on Baker City, and then he'll double up at 12:30 with Worcester taking on Gooding. So a full day of baseball, 6 games here.
If you love wood bat stories, Dan's going to have no one to interrupt him telling those wood bat stories, so tune in.
All wood bats all the time. All right, so for Dan Hubbard and for Aaron Poling, this is Sam Brown signing off from Upper Kump Field here in Elko, Nevada. The Elko Bascos with a 9-8 come-from-behind win in the nightcap. Thanks again to all of our sponsors for bringing baseball to the, I'd say airwaves, but we're talking internet waves here. So right here on My Local Radio Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow with more exciting baseball action from the Elko Basque Wood Bat Tournament right here on My Local Radio Sports Network. Good night.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.